I'm gonna try to, like, that's about as far as I can really do my, I'm not even stoned, I'm just exhausted, and I already look like I'm faded. Not even in a good way. Oh, that's a good start. Yeah, that's a good start. Yeah, buddy. What's up, bro? Look here, let's get right. I'm not going to regret this. Oh, those are coffee, sweet baby. I do today. I am tired as shit. That is pretty much the main summary of today. I mean, let's just. I mean, let me get in this. There you go. Like, look at these eyes. Do these eyes look like they're like there's visible valleys going on here? Okay, visible valleys. I've gone become an old man boomer right now. All right, I'm going old man boomer mode. I ain't got time for your Zoomer millennial bullshit. These Zoomer millennial fucking goddamn liberal communists. I tell you what, aren't they at work? I mean, not really today. Actually, I had a closer today, but it was because of yesterday, more or less, and recovering from that, and, well, trying to. And also fucking working today, yeah. So, definitely more exhausting day, at least as it stands concurrent now. And, at least I have some fresh tea, or, some beverage refreshments. That could probably help quench some thirst, and also maybe help wake me up with the little bit of caffeine that it has. Well, I hope it will, but made me feel at least refreshed. How much did last night do you remember? Lamau? It was great. I remember it. When I woke up this morning, I was like at work for the first hour or two, literally having It's Raining Men, and I Need a Hero in my head. So, yeah, I remember a pretty good chunk about it. Him and I were, talking random, shit for quite a while. I mean, I will admit, like, all this very specific topics, not, like, everything. I know, like, I know Dave Rubin was talked about at one point. I ended the stream pretty much on a Dave Rubin rant. Which I didn't think I would, but I did. I don't even know how long it went on for. I know I knew I like saw a thing about Dave Rubin because he's literally he's just such a self-hating gay that it's just to the point that I literally couldn't even have sympathy at this point. Talked about your protest, yeah, the protest arrest. I talked about the story of like my first vivid memory of that type of shit. At least when it comes to more like traumatic memories, I guess when it comes to it. Um, like coming up to people, I guess, was one of the more earlier topics. Like when it comes to approach somebody or knowing if someone's like when it comes to being someone or wanting to sleep somebody or some shit. There was that type of topic was discussed, but that was a little bit more early on. So, and I know I kind of went off about Adam something because of his nuclear the nuclear war wouldn't be so bad, my guy takes. So there's that. I know I went on that. So, I mean, it's not like I don't remember shit. It's just that I feel it. Like, I'm fucking feeling it. It's not even really the alcohol, I think. It's that I already was feeling like this a little bit after work that day. But the alcohol just masked it. So, basically, I just kind of put a little bit more, stress on my body with that, thus feeling extra groggy now all day. Plus, continuously doing so by working. So, yeah. Is he sleeping already? No, he's actually making some soup. So he's awake. and he's in recovery mode too. We're both kind of in recovery mode, but I actually technically drank more than him, and you know, so honestly, like I'm feeling it way more than he is. I'm gonna henceforth call him Fred Durst. Was that his nickname now? Yeah, like the backwards cap really does, kind of imply some Fred Durstian shit going on there. I mean, you know what? It makes sense. Actually, I'm seeing it now that you really mentioned that. I'm seeing it. You have him at least, have a little bit of a persona non grata here. Mm. All right, marijuana. Make you feel like less shit. You did it for the nookie, so you can take that cookie and shove it up your ass. Well, Fred Durst is such a strange individual. Like, honestly, because like, isn't he one of those people that really thinks of himself as like kind of one of these prodigy types? Like, oh my god, the stuff I do is just so great, but it really isn't that great. Because, like, honestly, at least for Fred Durst specifically, his music was never really like the best. Aside from a few, like he's, like I mean, it's not to besmirch, like literally no artistry in him, but I mean, it's just that he really, if anything, like really over embellishes that type of shit. Shocked by the lack of sexual allegations of Durst, I am. Oh, you're shocked? Well, honestly, probably because there just isn't much, or just nothing's come out yet. So, which if nothing's come out yet, it'd be interesting, consider or at least a little interesting, in the sense that like it's kind of a little late when it comes to trying to get like the national like headline appeal type of shit. I think the last one to really get that at this point is Manson. Which even then, some of that shit's not totally credible. I mean, some of it is, to a degree, but a lot of it just really, if anything, is just kind of bullshit. Seems to type at least from his personality and his music. Well, by that logic, pretty much like everyone who's a metalhead is either like into like visceral like dismemberment, killing people, fucking like rape, pillaging, like all sorts of shit, burning things. Like, I mean, by that logic, like a lot of metalheads would probably like. Okay, I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yo, MC, dude, bro. Wow, wow. I'm officially moving to Ghost Hollow. Hey, good shit. So you be closer, closer, so we get some time to hang and chill, girl. At least a little more often. It's absolutely pouring rain here. We're under a tornado watch till 6 a.m. Damn. More McFuck bar hopping. Damn right, bro. Honestly, right now, though, like, I'm not exactly 100%, wanting to put my brain in bars or alcohol, like, in the same location. Like, this brain does not need to have those things in my head right now. It is still, like, bleh. I mean, it's not hungover or anything like that. It's just, kind of groggy today. Just because of work and busting my ass yesterday. All shit. Bad hangover this morning, Lamau. I didn't, like, I mean, it's not even that. It's more like my body's just groggy as shit, more so than my brain. I drank a fuck ton last night. and my head feels fine. Like, honestly, it's not even really my head that feels shitty. It's my entire body. Because I've been working, like, yesterday closing by myself, and then today closing too, luckily with somebody else. But, it's like, still, having to do all that shit, and then, having the heavy drinking in between those shifts, as well. Like, yeah, my body's basically yelling at me to stop. Please, stop! So, I mean, my brain is like, yeah, you're fine, you're just kind of tired, but my body is just like, no, please! You're torturing us! Liquor stores close early in Oregon, they're hella close. Yeah. I mean, the liquor stores in Oregon close at 8 p.m., so. Yeah, they're way fucking close at this point. And honestly, I'm home now, I'm not fucking getting up. Like, I just realized I forgot some food that's, I know exactly where it's sitting at right now, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what, I don't even give a fuck. I just don't. Because it, like, like, if it was, like, any other time, I'd probably be like, oh, shit, maybe I should run back up there, but I'm like, I just don't fucking care. I am just, like, nah. I wonder if my work will be shit this week. I mean, honestly, it's just like, hopefully not for you, but considering so far, at least for me, I know the next, like, I got Thursday, which that's gonna kind of shit. And then Saturday, and that's the start of 6 days in a fucking row. Like, 6 days in a row with, like, just, ugh. I guess at least it's a weekend, for the most part, so, like, it starts off really slow, and then it's gonna kind of peak up around Monday, and then I'll have it teeter off, and then maybe, like, Thursday will be kind of busy, but at least I'm off on Friday, so I don't get that fucking hit. So it's like, oh, at least I don't gotta deal with that shit. Content is like 7 a.m. To 2 a.m. 7 days a week. Oh, for like liquor stores? Nice. Venom, really? What the hell? I am not gonna say, hey, like, yeah. Nijnar? Like, I'm gonna try to say it like Niger, but that didn't work. Can you buy liquor on Sunday? Well, yeah, liquor stores are open like, every day. Oregon's, like, the least religious state. I don't know about that. There's church, like, at least around here, there's churches, like, at least, like, 3 per mile. 3 per square mile. Like, I know of at least 3 that are within a mile radius, give or take. Was my phone autocorrecting? You have it, why do you have it autocorrected to that? What the fuck? Don't give a food. The revolution would happen with climate change. Well, it probably, yeah, honestly, it probably will. Honestly, with or without climate change. Likely. But it most certainly would accelerate that. Down here, can't buy alcohol on Sundays. Lame. I just said that I didn't want necessarily alcohol being on my brain right now, and here we are. We're having it as like a full-on topic at the moment. Great. No shit, I was wrong. A couple of East Coast states win. Yeah, like, Oregon's definitely not the least religious state in the U.S. Isn't it, like, New Jersey or some shit? Or, like, fucking, like, Vermont or something? It's like, it's one of those states. I think it's, like, one of the more, like, mid-East Coast or upper East Coast, like, New England fucking states, if I remember correctly, unless it's changed. We're better than average. 48% of adults are religious. Yeah, which makes sense. And I mean, honestly, I wonder what that really means. So, is it like religious in the sense of like an actual religion, or religious as in like, hey, like we aren't to a religion, but we have like, we still have like a belief system of a sort. Texas and Utah are 64%. Alabama 77%. Texas has less religiosity than Alabama. Huh? I'm kind of surprised by that a little bit. I would have thought that like Texas would at least have around that, honestly, around like 70 something percent. I mean, it's like I thought like we thump our Bibles harder than Texas. Wow, like honestly, Texas kind of just got a little better. I mean, I guess it is starting to very slowly but surely, get better because like that whole like anti-trans bill thing, like a Texan Supreme Court judge was just like, no fam, fuck you, Greg Abbott, and just like slap that shit down. So that's like, so it's just like, yeah, that shit just kind of like hella fucking like, just been, taken off now. So it's like, I mean, despite, what a lot of the fucking, bigoted pieces of shit, are doing there, there's definitely, like people in Texas that are like, no, we're actually gonna make Texas kind of legit good. A lot of witch pig and alternative girls down here in the South, and Venom likey that. Well, I mean, think about it. When you have like a massive taboo such as paganism, Satanism, and all that type of shit, Gothism, and all the, like Gothic aesthetic, more darker witchcraftian elements and aesthetics. Like, I mean, that's going to be far more attractive in comparison to just puritanical religiosity of, like, the holy, like, fucking Trinity and shit, whatever the fuck. It's like, I mean, so especially when it's considered such an abhorrent taboo, people are going to be more curious towards that. So, especially when you got youth, who are told endlessly that it's evil, and, are like, well, I see some of that over there. I'm going to be kind of curious about it. Is it really that bad? It looks like whatever. And you realize it's whatever, basically. If anything, it's actually a lot more fucking fun than, the bullshit that they're doing at puritanical, like, circle jerky, sad, like, let's all pray to the God fuckfest and shit. So it's just like, I mean, it's not a good fuckfest either. It's the one you want to absolutely avoid because they're horrible. Like you'd run a Roblox yourself very quickly. But like, I mean, so like, you got like these more paganistic alternative type of things and shit where they also tend to be a lot more promiscuous, and it's mainly because there also are a lot of pagan and Wiccan type of traditions or rituals that do involve a lot of sex. It's yeah. And honestly, at least especially when it comes to Wiccan type of stuff, I at least know a little bit about that because my dad at least was formerly a practicing Wiccan. I don't think he is anymore, outside of I think like a couple of circumstances, but he used to, at least for a time actually be full on practicing. So he's told me some things. Usually, the summary is basically alcohol, drugs, and sex are heavily involved in one way, shape, or form at any point. Which is like based, awesome. It's like where can I find this? Is believe in God a better indicator? I'm not sure because people like Wahats believe in God but aren't actually very religious at all. Well, that's kind of what I mean. I mean, yeah, like because there are people that don't like. I guess like Logan would probably be a similar way. Like, I mean, in the sense that he's like not like adhering to like a very specific religious doctrine or institution, but just has like his own mosh podge of spirituality and what his just generalized belief of what a god is or whatever the fuck. I mean, because honestly, it's just like, I mean, some of those people can be at least pretty fundamentalists, just like a lot of, religious extremists who are adhere to a very strict type of religious doctrine are. I mean, not always, but they can be. I mean, so, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like, at least, Oregon probably is, accurate, being at like 48% of people being legit religious and shit. But I just kind of wonder if they're, using that as like, hey, people who are like part of a church or just people that, quote, believe in God and just full stop. Whether it's, a church-based thing or not, or what, I guess it's more about just, kind of a, detail about like, how they did, how they do the research for it more so than the actual like study itself. Because, overall, I'm not questioning it, really. Part of church is way lower. That's like 29%. Oh, so it's probably more like, the whole, like, religious aspect is also just kind of a generalized, like, quote, believe in God. So, I mean, honestly, that makes sense. Because especially Oregon, for being as kind of progressive as it is and shit, like, honestly, there's a lot more people who are either just generally agnostic or just literally just don't give a fuck. Like, aren't necessarily, like, atheists, they just literally don't care. So, I mean, in a sense, it's like, yeah, that pans out for the most part, I think. Because I think at least about half of the people I might meet, like, at my work, for example, at least, because it's actually a pretty decent indicator. Like, I'd say at least, like, half the people are pretty much, like, don't give a shit or are non-religious in some way or possibly even atheistic, so. Okay, people down here who still live in barricaded homes, the fear of some bigot breaking in. You fucking kidding me? Jesus. And that's probably why I would say that, hey, minorities, queer people, workers, it's okay to have guns. Because, if you are legit, like, so fearful that you have to have, like, your shit barricaded in, like, frankly, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'm pretty sure the law will be like, hey, someone breaks into your house, you defend yourself. Like, I mean, even if you're gay, I'm pretty sure, like, the court ain't gonna really give a fuck about that specific detail. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, I definitely would not be, like, if I was, being a bisexual, like, like, if I was living in Alabama, like, I wouldn't barricade my shit, I'd just be fucking armed to the teeth. Like, yeah, don't fuck with me. I'm queer, I'm here, and I'm here to and deal with it, and if you want to fuck with me, well, you're going to be talking to the end of at least probably maybe, like, 3 or 4 different guns, depending on which I'm closest to. So it's just like, I mean, get fucked, you bigoted fuckbag. Don't come near my property. Especially when it's a state like in Alabama, like, the whole, like, castle doctrine type of shit is probably a lot more looser. So it'd probably be a lot more easier to get away with, defending my shit. So, like, at least if I was, LGBT, in the South, that'd just be my premise of it. I won't be taking their shit. Guess what the 2 least religious cities are? Seattle's at number 1, Portland's at number 2. I'm actually not really that surprised. I'm just glad I'm bi and I can hide being gay by actively going for women. Yeah, that's the kind of easy thing about being bisexual is that even if you aren't necessarily around women often or a lot, like, like I am, like, it's easier to just kind of blend in, with other dudes, or other guys, because you could just kind of talk about, like, oh, yeah, that, pussy, titties, because, it's the same thing to you, it's like, it's whatever. As someone who would be gay, that'd be a lot more harder. I mean, hell, even for some bisexuals, like, because there are bisexual people who are definitely more male preferred, and, aren't necessarily as adamant about, the opposite sex, as males. So, I mean, it could be maybe more trickier for, those type of bisexuals. I'm up on the internet, though, and you're a cutie. Well, I mean, like, I mean, honestly, if I had just even a penny for every time, like, not just you, but like just people in general, randomly on the internet when I'm doing these, you know, be like, damn, you're kind of cute. I probably would just, I wouldn't need to have a job. Let's just put it that way. No one would have to donate shit. I would just like slowly be amalgamating pennies. Took off his the handsomest boy though. When are Venom and Ignar gonna meet IRL? As soon as Venom gets the fuck out of his hell state. Like straight up. Try to save your cheddar and, you know, get the hell out of there, bro. Fuck that shit. I mean, Zukov, what are you doing? I've been seeing you, like, licking that booty for a while now. Like, is your booty that needing of a cleaning? Like, what the hell? Hot date in Bezos' basement with Bezos' foot in the bill. I mean, I don't think okay if Bezos has to fit the bill. I mean, whatever. Fuck Bezos. I was also thinking about, like, if, like, any random individual had to, like, quote-unquote, like, foot a bill, you know, or have, like, a Jeff Bezos foot the bill, too, like, like, Jeff Bezos, like, unironically might just straight up, you know, would not even notice it. And if anything, probably, like, recover it within... probably within, like, 2 minutes. If that. Not even at, like, 30 seconds. Let's try mailing an official-looking bill for BS to Bezos' address. Bezos making fucking money, he wouldn't know, so got $100 missing. I mean, if it's a couple $100, I mean, it would literally take like less than a second for him to recover that. That's how fucking filthy rich he is. Which is quite insane. Baby. Honestly, the absurd things I could say to some bitch like that. And you know what, speaking of which, I remember seeing some shit that I can tell will, like, immediately trigger the shit out of me. Especially when I'm in old boomer mode, you know, being a fucking not want to deal with goddamn just liberal ass pansy sons of bitches. Goddamn liberals trying to tell us what to fucking do. $1,000 for concierge fees. Bezos will still be able to recover that within at least like 10 seconds.
News, and actually, to be fair, this is in the opinion section of Bloomberg. They ran an article that is probably one of the single most out-of-touch things I've ever seen. So let me show you the headline, and then I'll show you the tweet, which gives the summation. So they say, inflation stings most if you are in less than $300,000. Here's how to deal. More Americans than ever expect their finances to worsen as inflation hits a 40-year high. Do you really need that extra car?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I already am seeing it. I'm already seeing where this is fucking going. It's just like, yeah, inflation / corporations price gouging the fuck out of people, you know, is going to sting the most. Yes, if you're earning less than 30K. Because of a lot of various fucking problems. But no, it's just like, here's how we're going to condescendingly, smugly, you know, just like berate people about what they should fucking do do you really need like an extra car, or do you know whatever the fuck like oh god, what is this piss?
Gillarducci. Now let me show you the summation that is in this tweet here. This is, again, Bloomberg Opinion tweeted this. Inflation stings most if you are less than $300,000. Here's how to deal. Number one, take the bus. Number two,
I already do.
Don't buy in bulk.
I can't.
Three,
not really, because I don't got the funds for it, but like, I mean, it's kind of hard to buy in bulk and take transit.
Instead of meat. And number four.
Wait, try lentils? Lentils? And nobody said this would be fun.
So when I tell you that this got ratioed to the high heavens, it got ratioed to the high heavens.
Good.
Virtually 100% of...
I mean, Bloomberg is quite literally, and like anyone who affiliates or even like, you know, likes the whole fucking, you know, like the whole fucking, you know, like institution and, you know, the essence that is fucking Bloomberg. It's just an utter corporate, out of touch, Weasley, little fucking parasitical leech. That's all the fuck they are. I mean, they literally produce less than value, you know, when it comes to, you know, the society and shit. Like, this, like, you know, like, it's, like, unironically, so, like, this is, like, you know, fundamentally more detrimental towards society due to the fact that it, like, and detrimental to the, like, evolution of humanity due to the sheer aspect of his existence. It actually downgrades and, like, retracts and, like, fucking, like, draws us back evolutionarily just on the virtue of us existing. I mean, there's plenty of things that do that already as it is, but this is just one of them. Just put that out there. I don't understand try lentils. Are lentils expensive? Fuck if I know. I don't buy them. What is even a lentil? I think they're beans. I think they're like a type of bean. Like lentil beans, I think. Yeah, I think it's a bean. It's like a type of bean. And it's like, honestly, it's just like... What? Yeah, and honestly, I don't get either. Like, I don't buy them, so I don't really know if they are expensive or not. And look, it's like, I don't know what the fuck a lentil even really looks like overall anyway. And I frankly don't give a fuck. Like, because, it, you know, it's just like, you know, it's a type of bean. That's all I need to know. So, picture a generic looking bean, you know, as far as I'm concerned. You know, whatever. Like, I mean, absurd. I mean, it's like, I honestly, yeah, like, I guarantee you Bloomberg doesn't even know what a goddamn lentil bean looks like. I at least, you know, could get a general assumption, even though I haven't seen it, because I don't really bother to go for it. Like, and also, especially if you're a worker and shit that works in the food industry, you can get your, you know, you can get food on the side for yourself if you want. I mean, at least in some instances, probably need to be a little on the, you know, X-nay on the hearsay type of thing, but, you know, all in all, you can do it. Lentil soup is pretty slapping. Oh, goddamn, that looks fucking slapping, dude. Oh, yeah, you can see the lentils in there. I think it's these things. Yeah. It's like these little, like, diesel things. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure those are the lentils. Or maybe it's, well, those look like full-on garlic cloves, but I don't know. Brown circular beans. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, so those are lentils. But, yeah, I mean, it's just like, basically the idea, because, oh, beans have protein, meat has protein, why don't you peasants just eat beans? Like, let them eat beans, yo. It's like, hey, I like beans as much as the next guy, but, I mean, fuck you. Like, like, I mean, I'll buy beans whenever I goddamn want. You ain't gonna tell me what to, you know, prioritize when it comes to my purchasing habits, Bloomberg. Especially you unironic parasitical filth that is Michael Bloomberg and, you know, everything that irradiates off of his fucking existence. Like, ugh, disgusting.
So So let me go ahead. I'll just read you some of these. I don't have the graphic queued up to show you guys, but let me read you some of the replies because they are absolutely glorious. Now, I should tell you guys, about 98% of the country, 98% makes under $300,000 a year. And they
So this article is basically telling the entire country, hey, get fucked, here's how you can basically get fucked a little less, while we, slide a, fatter cock in your ass. Like, that's basically essentially is what that whole entire idea is. I mean, it's oh my god. Like, I'm curious, to understand what some of the fucking details, are in some of that shit, outside of those little points. Because I guarantee fuck it to you, there's probably some more disgusting shit.
As like, well, like that's the poverty line or something. So somebody says $299,000 a year is the new poverty line according to Bloomberg. Somebody says let them eat lentils. Of course, a play on let them eat cake. Marion Williamson says,
I bought $150 worth of pure ramen noodles. Gotta guess how long I had noodles for? Probably for a couple months. Like, ramen noodles are cheap as shit. Like those little individual packs that you can buy at my, at least at my store, are like straight up like, I think like 35 cents, a piece. Like like you get 3 of them for about $1, maybe a little over $1, a whole damn year, a whole fucking year. Damn, son. And honestly, that's, even more hella cheap and more efficient, because if you want to, like, quote-unquote, spice it up, even literally, not just figuratively, I mean, you can buy maybe, like, a couple dollars, worth of vegetables of, various sorts, and, maybe, like, $5 worth of meat, and cook that up, plop it in that ramen, and now you got yourself, like, a nice fucking, like, ramen soup dish. Not just, just standard old ramen. With ham and cheese mixed in. Yeah, see? I mean, even that works. So it's like, because honestly, ramen's a very easy little staple to put into. Honestly, breakfast ramen, put some egg in there, dude. You should have, like, put a little scrambled eggs in there, and just, put it in there little bits at a time, and let it get all stirred up in there with some salt and pep on that. Ooh. Now that sounds like a dish.
Here from, and I think this is a conservative too, Jenna Ellis, quote,
like, honestly, I want to, be against, like, articles being like, hey, here's, like, very cheap, efficient, decent ways to, like, help, be more efficient with, finances when it comes to food, or when it comes to this other type of stuff. I'm not good at cooking eggs for some reason. I tend to burn them. You're cooking them too high. You want them at more milder temp and lower temps. Because, especially if you're scrambling them, after you baste the eggs a little bit and break the yolks up in the whites. And this is also what I do a little bit. You don't have to, but I'll add just like a little dash of milk while basting the eggs to kind of add a little extra fluff and thickness to it. And when you have it at like a more medium heat, you kind of want to constantly, slowly kind of stir it in the pan a little bit. Not constantly, but just a little bit occasionally. And then as it starts to, solidify a little bit, then you want to kind of start stirring and let a lot of the more runny parts, kind of fill in. And from there, you can start getting a little bit more of a scrambled out egg and actually kind of watch it and, let it be to your desired consistency at that point, as you kind of slowly start, whisking it around, scrambling them up. And sunny side ups actually are really easy. Same thing, mid temps. You don't ever cook them high, where they will probably get burnt. So that's kind of the main key. I'm not much good. That's part of my phobia. I'm not good at cooking on the stove with much of anything besides ramen. Well, the thing is, it's actually really easy when it comes to, it's very certain. See, I'll have to, like, do some videos eventually when it comes to cooking shit to show you, especially with, some very cheap, ways to do it. Especially things like ramen or some breakfast and stuff. Because it's legit, not really that difficult. It's just, learning the techniques. I mean, that's really about it. I mean, honestly, eggs, I mean, while they seem easy, they're actually legit, there's techniques to it that make it hard to work with, especially if you're doing a very particular type, like a sunny side up or a poached egg or hard or soft-boiled eggs. I mean, especially soft-boiled eggs, because that requires very precise timing and very precise temperatures, and there's it's like that is very, very specific. And when it comes to hard-boiled eggs, that's a little easier, and sunny side ups are fairly simple and easy. And essentially just have it, cook until the very top of the yolk is just running, but not like, totally cooked through all the way. You want the bottom of the yolk to be cooked, but, let the top of it be kind of running. So when you pop open that egg yolk, it lets it kind of drip in to the whites a little bit, or to whatever you're eating, and it kind of, kind of solidifies from there and gets all nice and delicious. It's like, Poached eggs, I've never done those, so straight up, couldn't really fucking tell you. Neither with soft or hard-boiled eggs. I just know that those are very specific when it comes to like temperature and timing and a couple other things. So at least with certain style of eggs, depending on how you're doing it, they actually can be very hard. Tunnel go burr. What, are you in tunnel?
Peasants.
Peasant.
Gary Legum says, a tweet that just read, "Hi, we're assholes," would have also sufficed. Take the bus, as if 45% of America does not have access to public transportation. This is a good one. It's a lentil, Michael. What could it cost? $10? Play on a very famous... What show is that from again? I don't remember what show that's from. But it's a very famous thing. What is it like? How much does a banana cost? Or something like that. Clowns trying to do...
I thought I was going to be boomer mode. Jesus, Kyle.
Times hate click game.
What was that thing once upon a time? I don't even fucking know.
This lady... One person says, Brittany... This lady really said, LOL, if you're poor, just eat beans and let your pets die. So...
What? Did I hear that right? Just let your pets die? Wait. Did that article... Hold on. Okay, now I really want to hear the details. What? Wait, where's the audio?
Entire article.
Well,
and
there
my
it is.
original plan was to just go through the entire article with you and, break it down line by line. But here's the reality after reading it. The tweet actually sums it up. The tweet actually lays out, like, here are the points. So they say take the bus. Another thing they say is sell your car. Now in the article...
Like, also the whole take the bus thing, like, this only basically works if you're either in, like, Seattle, Portland, and... kind of maybe like places like Chicago or like Detroit, maybe, like, because there is like some transit, but in pretty much like every other city it's legit shit. Like the only public transit, or at least just any transit in general that is available, like some of the best is legit in Portland or Seattle. Like, I mean, it's like Portland's known for having some pretty decent good ass transit. Yeah, like fucking Ripsy was just saying it. Six ass. I was just saying, at least initially, kind like just in transit in general, it's like the only places that actually have some actual transit. Is it good? No, but at least it has some. I was kind of reluctant to even put Dallas there, even though I've been there a few times and know they have at least like some line, but it's like they only have like 2 or some shit from what I understand, and they barely go anywhere. Like, they suck. Like, it's barely worth calling transit, honestly. So and they kind of have a bus system, but I've never seen it. I've just only seen bus stops, so I'm just like, oh. Seattle, San Fran, Chicago, New York City, DC, Philadelphia, Chicago, Boston are tier 1. What, is Portland up in there? Because I'm pretty sure, Portland be all up in there. Dallas has 5 or 6 lines, actually. It's a bunch of version of Portland. Then they almost just be clusterfucked beyond belief, because, like, their shit's so janky. Like, it's honestly, like, to me, it's just like to call it transit would just be kind of a little bit of an insult to transit. Portland, LA, Atlanta, etc. are tier 2. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the point being is that, like, most of these, fucking, places around the country barely got fucking, shit when it comes to public transit unless they're in these major cities. And even then, depending on which city you happen to be in, it's probably going to be shit anyway still. I mean, so it's like, oh, just take the bus, lol. Like, that just doesn't work for a lot of people. Portland could be one of the best of some improvements. I mean, I definitely think it could have improvements.
And say something like, sell the extra car or something. In the article, it almost seems more like they're just saying, sell your only car. So that's why it's like, take the bus. Just learn to take the bus. Oh, Jesus. Don't buy in bulk. I don't even know. That's a weird one because sometimes when you buy in bulk, you save money. But in the article, they say, no, you actually don't.
I mean, honestly, you actually do. Like, legit, if you do buy in bulk, for most cases, most of the time, I would say at least like 80% of the time, you are spending less. I mean, I only say 8% because there's probably like a negligible like 10% of the time, where it's like, maybe a 50-cent dollar difference, give or take, maybe. So it's not really that big of a, price diff. I guess depending on what you're getting. And then, sometimes it'll be like, oh, maybe it's actually a little bit more expensive, or something, again, depending on what it is. But, like, for most of the cases, though, like, buying in bulk, especially for things like food and shit like that, tends to be a little bit more cheaper than just getting it, like, more individually or in lesser stock.
When you buy in bulk, try lentils instead of meat, so they're literally like, just eat beans! Eat beans to save money! Come on, get it together. What's
bro.
the problem? And then there's one part of the article, which is probably the most grotesque part of the article, is they say, well, don't care too much about your pets. Like, and sometimes pets are expensive, so you gotta be cheaper.
What? Okay, so that's basically where the whole, like, hey, just go ahead and let, your pets die, fam. That's kind of where that comes from. Where it's like, hey, don't care much about your pets. They're just commodities. Like, they're expensive and they're more of a liability more than anything. So, if anything, you're actually more, actually more at fault for even having one in the first place. Like, really? Like, oh my god, get fucked. Get utterly fucked, Bloomberg. You unironic, actual parasitical fucking serious, legit, out of touch fucking, like more insulting to like the human condition to even put you on the same fucking level as the rest of us. Like, utterly get fucked. And whoever the fuck wrote that goddamn article, like, I mean, especially that person too. Like, whoever that dumb bitch is, decided to write this shit, in the fucking name of Bloomberg and shit, pushing more of his fucking ideas. Literal, like, fucking parasites. It's like they actually look down on it. Like, I guarantee you, if, like, I was walking down the street, or I was at, like, the store and I was at checkout line, like, and I had Zukov next to me, and, like, and whoever wrote this article happened to be right in front of me or something, and Zukov, walked up to him and started sniffing him, this person would be like, oh god, eh! Like, what is this fucking thing? Get away from me, beast! And all he'd want to be like, what are you? I just want to smell you and play with you. Just be all cute, because he's a cute boy. Because you're just a sweet little baby. Because I care about you. Because you're not a commodity. Unlike the fucking evil parasites of Bloomberg. Which I most hopefully do hope that you will literally maul and shred the fuck out of Bloomberg if you ever were to see him. That is one of your main goals in life, Zukov. Of course, you don't have to complete it. It's only if you happen to see him. So. I'm instilling, some life lessons in for him, to achieve some life goals. I mean, every man needs some goals, and I tell you what. And my boy Zuko, he's gonna have some goals in the future, dude.
Hey, like, don't get your dog chemotherapy if they have cancer, because that could cost up to like $10,000.
Which is probably why there should be like universal pet like healthcare on top of universal healthcare as well, because of that type of shit. Because yeah, if like I found like some early onset like cancer or some shit that was treatable and can be dealt with Zukov. You don't think you don't think I'd fucking like go into massive debt for it? I mean, like it would be shitty and a detriment to me, but fuck it. You think I give a fuck? Like, I mean, oh, it's a commodity. Just don't, worry about it. Let that poor dog suffer and, have its body slowly break down and just croak, before you, and, just, toss it in the trash and, get another one if you strangely, weirdly so choose to get one of those things. Like, oh my god, it's like, these motherfuckers. Like, I mean, it's like the idea that they are worth breathing the same fucking air on this goddamn planet as the rest of us. Like, I swear to God. Like, you know what? Okay. Okay. I don't want to, never mind. I don't want to get a little too hot in the sauce, you know what I'm saying? Don't need to get too hot in the sauce. Oh boy. Okay, Jesus, I'm starting to kind of get, that grogginess, I'm starting to forget it. I'm starting to kind of get back in my groove. Goddamn, Bloomberg, you're pumping me up again. You're putting energy. You're giving me life. Because never mind again. Never mind again. Alert! Possible Ben Shapiro life form detected. Seek, isolate, destroy. Alert! Possible Ben Shapiro life form detected. Seek, isolate, destroy. Destroy all capitalists. Oh my god. Fucking, just have, like, Liberty Prime just be Socialist Prime. Or Solidarity Prime, and just be like, destroy all capitalists. Dude, that would be awesome. Like, if Fallout, there was, pretty much like the Chinese equivalent, of, like, one of those mega mech bots. So you have, like, Liberty Prime and, like, Socialist Prime, just fight it out. Dude, that'd be insane. I bet, honestly, just with mods alone, I bet someone did that in Fallout 4. Guaranteed, honestly. Anyway, we're getting a little out of field.
On talking about how peasants should act, they're like, just let your dog die. Let your dog die. Just eat beans. Who cares if you're farting all over the place? Just deal with that shit. Take the bus.
I mean, unironically, no one gives a fuck. Like, if you got a toot, you got a toot. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like... I mean, you don't want to gamble on it too much, because sometimes a toot might have, like, a little sneaker, you know what I'm saying? So you always want to be careful with some of those toots, but, like, hey, when you got it, you gotta. A toot's a toot. You know what I mean? So, it's like, at least with that, yeah, I'm okay with that. Like, yeah, I mean, let's not give a fuck about that. It's literally just basic biological human function.
Tighten your belt, dog. You gotta get it together. Now,
Push up my bootstraps.
This is patronizing. But I think the real reason at the core of why people get so frustrated with stuff like this...
Because they're a bunch of goddamn hillbilly liberals who just want to condescend and just tell, just these common folk what to do, because they're just a bunch of liberal-ass pansy sons of bitches, I tell you what. Oh, Bush's baked beans are pretty good. Right on the bus, libs equal owned. Yeah. I mean, I literally have done that. Honestly, Zukov did that to me the other night. How about I apply this shit to the rich for a change? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just like this... I love how, like, these, rich-ass, like, fucking liberal-ass, massive corporatist capitalist pieces of shit always want to fucking condescend the worker and literally the 98% of fucking, people in this country. and basically say, hey, you're at fault. Here's how you can actually, deal with it. It's like, figure your shit out. It's like if you have a pet, just let it die, because, whatever, bro. If or, buying a bunch of meat, just buy some lentils and stuff, even though I think they're just as expensive as, meat sometimes, if not even more, maybe. It's just like, I mean, honestly, it's just like, if there was, like, a legitimate, like, independent media outlet, like, if like, for example, if, like, More Perfect Union or some shit, or the Gravel Institute had a video of, like, here's, like, some, ways to help, try to make, this, like, the struggles, a little less, stressful, with, some cheap, good ways, to use very cheap foods that are still decent, to at least sustain yourself, that isn't, hitting the bank too hard, or some shit like that. Like, considering, these different factors, that still need to be fought for, and showing the emphasis as to why, the system's fucked the way it is, but at least, still showing, like, here's how, despite that, you can at least try to, manage with these issues, regardless of where you may be. Like, I mean, at that point, if anything, I'd probably be fine with the whole, like, attempted advice, but it's from Bloomberg. It's from a bunch of fucking literal, out of touch, fucking liberal, corporatist pieces of shit that, basically are just like, hey, let your dog die because, it's like, hey, this inflation, is going to be hitting hard for people, and, that's just how things work. That's just how things are. My options are Jack and a Crack, Winco, or a Taco Bell. A Jack and a Crack. I kind of want to say Jack and a Crack just to see what you say about it. I just want to see your little, like, take on Jack and a Crack. I mean, because I know you're alright with Taco Bell, because you're like, yeah, they're, so it's like, eh. But Jack and a Crack, though, I kind of want to... I kind of want to see what your take is on that, because, I mean, Winco, it's easy for you to be like, alright, I can just, find some stuff that I can just spank out. Wish you could try Sonic. Well, the thing is, there is one around, but it's really fucking far away. Like, it's not even, like, it would be an actual legit adventure for me to go out there to go try it. It's actually way more closer to Rip City than it is to me. It's really far anyway. Yeah, and they actually close at a certain time. And even for him, it's really far away. It's still closer to him than it is to me, but nonetheless, it's really hella far away. But not Steve Bartiger. Yeah. It's like way out there, and it's literally the only one in Portland. Well, Portland, like the Portland metro area, which is, pretty much kind of the same shit. Like, Tiger's just in, like, an extension of, that general, again, Portland metro or whatever. You know what I fucking mean. Thank God. Well, yeah, fuck these pieces of shit. Like, with these, like, out of touch thing. It's like, I mean, honestly, there's like another thing that, could actually, be, somewhat alright advice. So it's like, hey, if you happen to be, strapped for cash and shit, and you happen to be at your workplace or something like that, and you know your coworkers and happen to be buddies with, some of them, and you know that y'all get paid the same day, and y'all happen to, all this type of shit, you can work out ways that, we can kind of, like, do a little money pool, or, like, hey, I know, hey, we get, are you working, the day you get paid and stuff? It's like, yeah. And it's like, hey, so right, if I, borrow a little money, for, like, some gas, real quick, get home, blah, 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 blah. And, so I can, I can pay you back on, payday, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Which actually happened today. It's like, after I got off work, one of my coworkers, was just like, hey, is it cool if I borrow $10 and shit, and I could get you back on Thursday? I'm like, yeah, it's fine, it's whatever. So, I mean, like, that's a way to, kind of do it a little, in a sense, too, to kind of help make things a little less stressful, because, especially for me, I know that, well, when it's coming back, and two, I got hooked up, yesterday, so it's just like, I mean, it's like a little circulation, a little money pool that, you know, kind of goes into helping each other out. And having like that insurance that, like, hey, because of, you know, these things, we're able to trust each other, that, you know, we're able to kind of hook each other up. It's not necessarily just in that way too, but like, you know, same thing with, you know, my friend groups too, and also with my roommate as well. It doesn't necessarily have to just be money too, but things like food, or just like, hey, you know, it's like, can you order me this one thing, and, you know, I can get you back, and, you know, like, or whatever, and it's like, yeah, you want to get me back and get me this thing, you know, or some shit, you know, stuff like that. So it's just like, you know, kind of like pulling resources together is the more broader thing, which honestly does help a lot more when it comes to not just yourself, but with each other too, and it actually kind of builds more of a sense of solidarity as well, and a little bit more of, you know, camaraderie with each other, because, well, you know, you kind of have that point, you know, a sense of having each other's back. I guess another way to put it is like the whole. I feel like I butcher every time. It's like what? Each to their ability, or each according to their ability to, each according to their need. I mean, it's kind of like that a little bit. Uh-oh. Sounds like some Marxism. Got some Phil communism going on. You know, funny enough, like, people do it all the fucking time. Without realizing they're doing a little bit of minor communism out there, boy. Little baby socialist is happening. Can't have that. No. Not in this culture. I do it what? Just gotta do shit all by yourself. No help around it. Bootstraps, and that's it. Your help is the bootstrap. Is Jack in the Box no longer 24/7? Wait, really? No shit. Well, I guess we can't get your weird opinion about Jack in a Crack. Honestly, if it was a little overpriced for you, it's like, I wasn't just gonna force you. By the way, yeah, I mean, you don't have to take my opinion on it. I mean, it's been a while since I've been to Jack in a Crack, so I like how you're saying Jack in the Box, but I'm just gonna continue to call it Jack in a Crack. But I mean, either way, but like, it's been a while, so honestly, just for the sake of weird nostalgia, if I happen to be with you, I'd probably just be like, what? No! I actually got one choice in the. But, yeah, honestly, I ain't gonna be trying that. Closed strip is overpriced, I consider it Burger King quality. I mean, I don't know about that, but, I mean, it's not the best. I mean, it's like, I definitely have had times where it's actually alright, which, at least for me, you know, it's at least, you know, like, I mean, it's at least better than Burger King, because there at least are times where, you know, I remember it actually being pretty banging. But then there'll be times where it is free shit. I don't often, I don't go there often because it's overpriced. Burger King is cheaper. Well, also shittier. Ugh. Some nastiness. Some utter nastiness. Ugh. Look at you. Look at you. You're just so cute. Sweet baby. I don't think Burger King is that bad. I've had times where Burger King is alright. It's meh. It's not good, not great. Not worth $6 for a burger. It's just not the king anymore, though. It had its time. I mean, it had its day. But unfortunately, I mean, What are you sniffing? Wait, are you sniffing a ball? Dorky little baby. What a dorky goof. So, you're just so goofy and silly. Why? Why are you so goofy? Don's is cheaper, in my opinion. I got like 10 burgers for $12 there a few times. How do you do that? Taco Bell is really the only place that's always there for you. Even Jack and Crack lets you down. Even Jack and Crack lets you down. Fucking, some of the old T-Bell. I don't like McDick's. Technically, it is open, though. Yeah, I don't really like McDick's either. Their fries are alright. 2 words, dollar menu. Well, yeah, whatever. Do they even have that anymore? Do they even have, like, the $1 menu anymore, or is that just gone? This cute little baby boy. Oh, look at you. You just look so sweet. Talk about how it's a $2 menu. But it's not $1. They still have a dollar menu, but it's only a few times. So it's not even, so it's more of like, you know, like a sale thing more so than just like a constant. Wow, lame. They should have it all the time instead of that shit. Boo. Boo. That's just dumb. It's like, oh yeah, we'll have this whole dollar menu, you know, obviously people take, you know, total advantage of and buy the shit out of, you know, because it makes us some monies. But, we can't, you know, we can't be, you know, making, like, not as much money. Like, we need to, you know, bump the price up a little bit. We gotta take that away now. So we can make even more money. Like, honestly, it's just like, there's so many times where I straight up will, like, hook people the fuck up and just give them, like, you know, sometimes just a lot of extra shit, you know, from what they want. Especially when it comes to certain food, like, you know, baked chicken and stuff, because we don't save it. And it's, like, honestly, I found out that, like, sales have, you know, been, like, actually at our store the best out of, you know, a lot of them. And, you know, but our sandwich, like, sales specifically have been the worst, but everything else has been, like, up 100 plus, you know, 150 something fucking percent or whatever the fuck. And it's just like, I mean, like, oh, so, you know, but there's, like, you know, you can't, you know, be giving out labor hours or this or that, or, you know, it's just like, I mean, it's like when you're all able to constantly make a bunch of fucking money and make a bunch of profit, but yet, you know, don't, you know, I don't know, like, it's like it takes a fucking human to actually, like, you know, fuckingly, like, literally, like, pry it out of your goddamn claws to actually get a fucking raise, and, you know, for Christ's sake. It's just like, it's like, Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. Absurd. Absurd. But pretty much the employer's got 30 days to fucking make sure that the wages are actually set to, you know, what they're supposed to, and 90 days, and this is without penalties, you know, and then 9 days to rectify any, like, back pay, any that type of shit, when it comes to, like, hours or, like, journeymans and shit like that. So I mean, it's here pretty soon. I might be able to get my shit figured out, and especially once I get all my tax bullshit figured out, then I probably honestly might, you know, money issue might probably won't be as much of an issue. Though I don't want to get too, like, overly excited about it. It's just something that I'm thinking that can be a possibility, and I hope it is. Windows is open. Ooh, Windows. Bundles. Isn't text suddenly coming up? I don't even know. Like, see, like, I mean, it's like, ugh. Shit sucks. I need to figure it out. Isn't it like sometime in like fucking April or whatever? Look at you. Goofy baby. Enjoying that bone? Yeah, he likes that bone. It's really cheap. The size is better than HR. Sweet. Just chomping away. What a cutie. What a cute boy. Sweet as he is. Oh my god. Good fucking Billy Bedelia. Really? Do you have cheap ass milkshakes at my dicks? Oh damn. Well, that sounds like, you know, I guess a reason to go there. Get a little milkshake. But I've heard McDonald's is always notorious for having like our milkshake machines down excuse and shit. Like I've always heard they've been pretty notorious about that type of stuff. Because apparently there's like some sort of like fraud scheme where like the fucking company that makes those milkshake machines is like redopadoking fucking McDonald's by kind of giving them like faulty manuals on how to like, you know, operate the things and shit, and don't, you know, come in and like help replace their shit, whatever, or teach their workers how to fucking like, you know, maintain their shit. So they have to like, you know, so that company contracts fucking people and shit. There's like some whole big fucking thing about it. I forgot where I remember actually hearing about it on DFF Right. It might have been on one of their fast food episodes, if I remember. Baby! Zukauf! Zukauf! Baby! Baby! Alright, hey, baby. Hey. Stretchy boy. Stretchy boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, that face. Oh, that's a pretty face. That's a pretty face right there. You just got a pretty little face. I think I'm going to talk about McDixon steps. Seems to be similar to Crack Express's. Or it's overpaid for a margarita earlier today. So you bought an overpriced margarita? I mean, margaritas are good, but if they're overpriced, and it's like, yeah, it kind of sucks. I mean, I can understand if it's actually kind of pricey if they give you like a fat, like deep thing, you know, just full margarita, juicy goodness. But like, if it's just like one of those like thin ass little like, basically like a little plate on a stick for a cup, it's just like boo. Like that's just like, what's that? It's like, what is this? It was good, but expensive. Also seemed to be low alcohol content. That's even worse. It's like I expect at least it to like give me a good buzz if it's gonna be spendy. Oh my god, Zukoff, you goddamn lord. Oh. I'm not gonna have my face near your face that much because that muzzle's been places I really don't want to be near right now. Like, ever. Taco place next to Logan's house. The tacos are good though. Don't be pawing at me, you little prick. What did I do with that little rawhide thing? What did I ever do with that? What the fuck? Oh, right here. Didn't give me a buzz at all. It was probably like 4%. They probably put like some weird ass like lemon seltzer or some shit in there. Just like, yep, we're calling it good. Shall we turn to food? Damn. All I got is just a bunch of munchies. Well, I mean, I got food, but I don't want to get up to go make it right now. Not right now, at least. Once I get to the point where I'm like, all right, my brain's on just food now. I'm gonna go eat and go into coma, but I'm not at that phase yet. It's probably gonna be a bit for that to happen. I might get hungry, but probably not, you know, to the point where it's like. Oh, so little bite. This little goofball. Just a ridiculous little goofball. I let you eat me on my best. He's trying to figure it out. Damn. A yawn. Boo. OMG. I missed the naughty priest to ignore. You're Mr. Naughty Priest to to Mr. Naughty Priest, like to DFF's Mr. Naughty Priest. Like, you are the Naughty Priest told, huh? How, like, I guess in what way? What, because the whole thing of Naughty Priest being on a farm? Working on a good old farm? Making a lot of money, tending to the land, making sure we're all fed. Like, comes on TJ. Wait, does Mr. Naughty Priest actually, like, come on to TJ? I don't really ever see him comment at all. I just see him leave his fat-ass donations, and that's about it. Every now and then he'll make comments. You know, also now you're making me want to like go back to like old ass TJ streams and just like read the chat just for that, just to see. I just want to see now. Does he? I just need to know which ones he was in. I'm gonna skip to a random point. Let's see. I am attempting to see. Well, it's just at least one stream. I'll have to probably like scan so many of them. Sorry, as Paul ever been moved to TJ after Paul spurned him. Paul spurned Naughty Priest? How so? Paul absolutely loves Naughty Priest. Like, he's always giving him loves and shit when he's, like, on his, like... That don't make no sense. Is there, like, some random, like... Is there, like, some random lore that I'm, like, somehow missing? Well, they got bored of like it's like over 9 pieces of DPDs. I think he said the price for it was $1 million, and Naughty Priest is the closest one to that price. So I think he was saying once he hits that price, then there could be negotiations on it. So, I mean, if you think about it, it's going to take a while. Especially if you're doing like $50 donations, you know, like at a time. Yeah. But in all, Naughty Priest is probably legit the closest one to that goal. To that price, so. I mean, you know, it's just that it's when it comes to, you know, generally barter right there, you know, when there's a price and, you know, it's a price. Yeah, so. But yeah, I mean, Naughty Priest in general is known for just making very high donations. Like, usually the lowest amounts he'll ever do are just $50. But yeah, he'll always do occasionally like 100, 250. Wish I had Naughty Priest money. I'll work on a farm. Tend to a farm, my boy. Work the lands and get people fed around the country. Or at least something equivalent to that type of income. I do work on a farm. Well, man. Well, a bigger one, like one of those like industrialized ones. I'm assuming. I don't know which like type of farm he actually works on specifically, so I just don't get paid, Lamau. I mean, you should. Like, honestly, if you're actually, like, working it and shit, you might as fucking well. Use that as an ability, you know, kind of, like, you know, have, you know, resume to probably, you know, work on other, like, you know, farms, too. That can even, you know, be higher paying. Because that would be a little bit bullshit. Everyone deserves at least a little bit of cheddar. Feed horses and cows. This is still something. You're taking care of them. No, let's see if there's anything on tube, which looks like it really isn't. The other day I got the male horse mouth and the cow. Like that wasn't gonna do anything for him. I mean, if the horse can get in the cow, then it gets the horse off, I guess. He gets his jollies off. Cow probably won't be too happy about it. I mean, they probably won't feel it either. I mean, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not around farm animals and shit. I don't know how, like, the anatomy is all working out and shit. I mean, I'm assuming. Ground species rate. Well, I mean, like, what, I mean, what do you, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't really just go up to the horse and be like, yo, stop it. Knock that off. That's rape, fam. Like, you can't just, like, tell the horse to stop it. I mean, it's gonna try and just give up and just kind of go about eating some grass or something later. I mean, or succeed and then also proceed to go eat some grass later. So, I don't know. Like, I mean, cow probably won't be too happy about it, but, I mean, all in all, it'll probably be okay, I guess. Again, I don't fucking know. Nor do I really care to. But, I mean, it is a part of the farm life. I mean, if you have, like, different animals and, you know, and they all kind of, you know, are part of the same pasture, chances are they're going to probably, you know, try to at least, you know, probably fuck each other. Just because of just the hormones in the air and, you know, whatever the fuck. I mean, I'm assuming, I guess, like, because of pheromones and all that shit. Like, female horse in heat, like, on the other side of pasture, and the male horse, like, you know, too jawed off, and, like, the first thing it sees is, like, you know, just that cow, and it's like, well, I'm smelling the pheromones, I'm hard, there's some holes there, I'm going for it. You know, it's like, I mean, the horse don't give a fuck. Well, I guess it's going to give a fuck, but, you know, it's not giving a fuck, you know, whilst doing so. Nothing I learned is ducks right. I watched them just straight up do something upon near my house. Well, oh my god. I mean, there's a lot of geese and ducks around here, but thank God I've never seen anything like that. And definitely something I really definitely don't care to. Like, it's one thing if you just happen to see, like, you know, some dogs mating or horses mating, because it's like, well, okay, oh shit, yep, the thing's being done. But it's like ducks, though, and, like, geese, and, like they got, like, that shit's, like, that shit's, like, violent and brutal. Squirrels do it, too. I mean, I've seen them fuck before, and they don't do that. I mean, like, they will, like, play around with each other and, like, go back and forth and wrestle and, like, play fights. But it's not rapey. It's actually, like, straight up play fighting type of stuff. Because in between of doing all that, the female squirrel will just straight up at one point just bloop, get into mount position. The male squirrel just goes right all up in there and tries. And if it fails, they kind of roughhouse for a little more and try again. I mean, I feed these squirrels, so sometimes I will see this. Like, and strangely enough, it is kind of cute. At least for the squirrels. Let's just do it too. Well, canines do that. I mean, that's not just huskies. Dogs just do that. Like, Zukov will sometimes try to do that whenever I'm playing around with him. And it's just like, Zukov, no, don't do that. Get off me. It's like, no, thank you. It's like, I love you, bro, but I don't think that relationship needs to go farther than that. Like, yeah, Zukov likes your leg. It's not even just my leg, but he'll also do that with my hand, too. Like, if I'm, like, you know, patting his, like, you know, his chest or, you know, rubbing his, you know, belly or something like that, sometimes he'll be, like, trying to, like, do that with my arm, and it's like, what are you doing? And you can't really, like, latch on to anything of his legs, so he's just trying to, like, try to, like, you know, try to, but failing to, like, get a grasp of his little legs, you know, in this weird mount position. It's like, what are you doing? Bro. I mean, he's still, like, a little puppy, so he's still just trying to, like, I mean, you know, he's just kind of, like, you know, in the juvenile puberty stage, so it's just like, I mean, like, it won't be, like, a continuous behavior. Like, eventually, there'll be the straight-up, like, I want to fuck behavior, and then play behavior, and he's just, like, it's just kind of, like, a mixture of, you know, the pheromones and all that shit, you know, that when he's excited in playtime, he's, like, excited as well. It's just like, oh boy. Same thing when I come home when he sees me. Like, you know, I'll give him some belly rubs and give him a hug and be like, what's up, my baby? And I look down, you know, and I'm like, oh. It's like, well, hi. It's like, okay, alright. Just give him a girlfriend. Oh, you know, doesn't need to rush it. You don't need to rush that. Goofball. No Doge. No Doge. Abortion like Jazzy. I mean, I wouldn't be wanting to, like, it would be more like, if somebody is like, hey, I want to, like, bring my dog or whatever, and it's just like, okay, like, I'll let Zukov do that, but I'd be assuming there'd be an actual, like, transaction aspect going on. It's like, hey, sell puppies, and, we kind of both would be getting cut in that, whatever. It wouldn't be like, a permit thing, it'd just be more like a one-time thing, more likely. But, because, but I've thought about, it more so if, like, especially if I need it in a pinch, because honestly, it's like, especially more so ethically, really, more so than anything, it's just like, I'm not, like, there should probably be more of, like, a licensing type of shit when it comes to breeding, when it comes to animals, so it's like, I'm not exactly, like, too keen on it, but, I mean, I guess, like, fundamentally, I'm not utterly against it. But it's just more so of other variables and other factors, like a lot of stray animals and shit that that eventually get rescued or get caught and put into some shelters and shit, and a lot of them don't really get an opportunity to be adopted just because they might be one particular type of breed, or because they might be a little too old or whatever the hell, and it's just like, I mean, it doesn't really do them, any fairness, when you got like this cute little new freshborn puppy that you can easily just be like, hey, I'd rather have that versus, like a, 4-year-old dog that, was stray, that was abused, like from their household for like their first 6 months of life or something. Even, I mean, there are people that will definitely, get the dog, that's 4 years old, for sure. Hell, I would. But, like, I mean, all in all, a lot of people would straight up go for the puppy first. Because, of a lot of different factors. And honestly, I get it. I mean, I got sick off when he was a puppy. I mean, he still kind of is a puppy. So it's just like, I mean, all in all, like, it's an understandable thing, but, I mean, there's just, like, a lot of other aspects in mind that just, kind of come into play. I don't think it's, like, unethical, for people to get, like, a puppy or some shit, but, like, when it comes to just like the general aspect of like the other side of it, when it comes to like breeders and people that have like their own little thing going on with that, like home brewed pumping milk type of shit, like that type of shit especially is not just a little fucked, not just a little sus, but just straight out a little fucked up. Like that type of shit just should not be a thing, which is why I especially have like these type of qualms about that type of stuff. I know that like there's definitely people out there that legit actually care, about the animals and want to make sure that they have the best, what's going on and stuff. But there's a lot of people that don't. But that's why I think there should be kind of a little bit more of a licensing thing. Like it's like, yeah, I have a license where where I have exception where I can do this because I I'm proving that I'm capable of being able to have something established like that and be okay with it being checked up on and shit, to make sure that everything's all hunky-dory. There's no abuse or neglect or anything like that. And there definitely should be programs, to, get, like, animals that, aren't really in, like, very high adoption areas, but have, like, a lot of, animals at, and get them into, and relocate them into areas that, have not as many animals, but people, want to adopt. So it's like, for example, let's say like there's a lot of animals that need adoption in Wyoming, but there's not a lot of people adopting animals out there. But there's not as much animals for people to adopt in somewhere like Michigan or some shit. Then it's like just move a lot of them over there. Where they can actually have an opportunity and a chance to be adopted. Which I know that happens, from time to time, and there are, organizations and groups that will work together to try to, do that type of shit, but it just needs to be more of like a legit, standardized, streamlined type of thing. where it's like, you know, kind of a part of law. Purebreds are unethical, fight me. Yeah. Like, it's fine, you know, like, I think it's fine to have, like, you know, a dog that's primarily, like, you know, one breed. Like, you know, Zukov, for example, is primarily a German Shepherd, but, you know, it's just more healthier to have mixed breeds. Because if you have purebreds, then there's going to be so many fucking, you know, problems genetically. They're the equivalent of, like, royals. Like, when it comes to, like, incest and all that. Oh, hiccups, go away. Like, when it comes to, like, incest and shit. So got definitely some purebred. I said mostly German Shepherd. Like, he's still a mixed breed. He very much is a mixed breed. But his primary, you know, background is German Shepherd. I mean, you can see a lot of that in him. But he's got a lot of, you know, what possibly is Australian Kelpie, but, you know, could be like a little bit of a mix of Lab, you know, too, or something like that. You know, he's probably at least like a mix of one or two different breeds. Or at least one or two other different breeds. But also, I think it, you know, is a little unethical to try to, you know, be like, hey, let's have like a golden retriever like breed with a Chihuahua. Like, I mean, you know, or like, you know, have like, you know, artificially inseminated Chihuahua with a golden retriever, you know, seed or something. It's just like, I mean, there's some I would imagine there's a lot of issues with that for the female dog there, like just straight up. I mean, so you know, like all in all, I mean, they're even, you know, with mixed breeding, I would probably put a little restriction on just because some breeds are not 100% compatible with each other, mainly just because of size difference. Like if you have a big dog, you know, try to breed with a smaller dog, that's especially for a smaller dog, if it's a female, it's not going to bode well, especially when it comes to birth. German Shepherd, Chihuahua mix. Again, emphasizing my point. German Shepherd, big dog. Chihuahua, small dog. Why are Beagle months more popular? I feel like those would be quality Doge. I don't know. You know, like, honestly, there's, like, actually kind of, like, an old, like, early, like, working class aesthetic to Beagles. Like, you know, like those old films, you know, from like the 70s or 80s that kind of depict like the old like Americana or some shit, you know, like Beagles usually be like, you know, the little ranch dog or some shit like that would be, you know, that would be there or something. I mean, it's like, if anything, it's kind of like a little working class dog, you know, in a sense, you know, kind of culturally in that way. I mean, it's always, you know, like, I mean, they work really great when it comes to kind of, you know, being on, like, you know, out in the country and shit. They're really great, you know, dogs for being out there because they're very, very scent prone. And there's a lot of different scents, you know, obviously out in the woods and out in the country. So, I mean, for them, I mean, especially if you have a dog like that, it's very, very useful. Which I think is why, you know, especially, you know, out in the country, they're probably still are very popular. Like beagles, you know, bloodhounds, shit like that. German Shepherd, but even more yappy. Oh yeah, German Shepherd Chihuahua mix. Yeah, seriously. Like honestly, I'd rather see a German Shepherd Husky mix. Like that would be a beautiful, cool mix. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if our neighbor's dog has a little bit of that going on because the neighbor's dog's got like a blue eye and a brown eye and some husky pattern, but not 100%, and some shepherd pattern and like a little bit of something else. And he's just the cutest boy. Every time I let Zukov out, they'll just kind of stare at each other from across the fence and just kind of like, just straight up just stare at each other. Just kind of be like, I'm assuming they're probably just like, what's up? Zukov's like, what's up? What's up, bruh? I stole your ball. They should officially meet, lol. I think they met. There's been times where they were walking their dog and I would take out my dog pretty much around the same time. You know, but we'd be going different directions. So, and also there's been times where he snuck over to their yard and check him out and shit like that. And I'll be having to walk over and be like, Zukov, really? It's also why when Vito and Jazzy show up, they will go over there too because Zukov has been over there, interacting with that dog too a couple times. So, yeah, I mean, overall, they've met. It's actually the new golden retriever that our other neighbors got that he hasn't officially met. They've seen each other across the fence, and a little bit once when they were walking their dog when I was walking home and they were leaving at one point. But, outside of that, but your little retriever looks like a ridiculous little goofy flop. Whoa, there's a lot of OMGs. It's happening. Wait, what's happening? Oh shit, McDonald's is bring back Szechuan sauce? Some Szechuan sauce? Dude, they're bringing it back. They're bringing back the Szechuan sauce. What's even... honestly, probably because I've never had it. But yo. So I returned 3 other times. I don't even remember it. Outside of it just being a meme. Bruh, I gotta try some. Alright, I guess I have a reason to go to McDonald's here in the future. I'm gonna have to try some of that shit. I'm gonna have to try some of that. Have some of that Szechuan. I saw how they describing it. Like a little bit of soy, garlic. And what else? Hold on, let me find it. Ginger and mild vinegar. It's probably gonna go over the same as last time. So if your mic. My mic? Wait, is there something up with it? Muffled and cracking? Huh? Did that fix it? It might have just been... Yeah, it's crackling. Wait, they just start doing that? Are you sure it's not Zukov? Because Zukov is chewing on a hide. Zukov! Hey, Zukov. It's been doing it from the beginning, I think. Huh? Hold on. Definitely muffled. What? Hold on. I want to hear it myself. Whoa. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, what the hell? Whoa. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, what the hell? I... Here. Alright, well, it's not all fucking... Let me look at it real quick. Oh, wait a minute. Because it goes through the mic again. It sounds doubly muffled. Yeah, I mean, it did sound like even more ridiculously muffled when I was probably playing it back there. But you know what? Alright, here. Let me know if it mutes. At least because I'm gonna actually attempt something here. I think there's muted. Good. Okay, I want to make sure, but I think it's because there actually might have been something in there. Hold on. It sounds a lot better. It was. Yeah, it is the mic hole. Yeah. I mean, there was something kind of blocking it a little bit. So, yeah. Brush the fucker? Well, I think I'm kind of getting it now. It's pretty cleared out now at this point, at least for the most part. Well, I think I'm kind of getting it now. It's pretty cleared out now at this point, at least for the most part. Well, I think I'm kind of getting it. We could just not... You fixed it. Yeah. It was just a little bit of, like, something that was just kind of, like, probably, like, a little bit of dust or some shit. That's straight up probably what it was. Because I just kind of tweaked it a little bit, and there was, like, this little, like, fluff ball thing, and I just kind of did that and just kind of tried to get a little extra, so... Pretty much the same thing about why my charger was fucked up for the longest time there. It was pretty much the same shit, it just needed to be kind of, like, picked out a little bit. So, okay, well... I thought, honestly, my mic was about to bust, and I'm like, oh, hey, that other phone my roommate gave me a while back. Actually, alright, I can upgrade to that, you know. I probably need to do that now. Oh, shit. But, I mean, I probably should anyway. I mean, this phone I have has been beat the shit up. Like, it's just been beaten. But it still works, it's still chugging along, so, you know, I'm sticking with it. I'm frugal like that. I'm a frugal fuck. It still crackles, though. Yeah, you know, it's probably because it's slowly starting to, like, you know, like, yeah, like, it's probably starting to slowly, give way. But, has it done the crackling, like, in past streams, or, like, I mean, it doesn't seem that significant, at least, from what I was noticing here. Hold on. I thought... Yeah, there is a little bit, but it's not, like, that bad, but... Yeah, it might be toasted. I know it only crackles when you talk. Huh. Damn. Well, that just means that, well, okay. If it wasn't the charger, it might have been the mic. What's this way to replace the mic? You know, it's not even fucking worth it. It's not even worth it just to replace a little mic on the damn thing. That happened to more than one headset at work. Yeah, it happens. I mean, honestly, all in all, it's, you know, I'm about to get that Walmart book anyway, and that's actually going to be kind of a little bit of a significant improvement. What phone do you have? It's like an LG... Hold on. LG V30 Plus. Could be that fuzz worked swaying in the mic and it's interfering with it. Oh, you're right. Probably. Yeah, I'll probably just have to turn the phone off and just kind of brush that a little bit. And then just turn it back on. And see if that makes any improvements. LG V30 might be possible to replace the mic. I'd have to check. I mean, while you're at it, might as well replace the damn screen too, because it's also kind of cracked to shit. Gets all the crevices. Wait, hold on. Try IPA. It works good for cleaning shit. IPA. I'm assuming you're not meaning the alcoholic drink, right? If there's like anything else that is known as an IPA, that's a pro pill. 70% or better. Oh, I just like take like, how would I get it in the mic? Like what? Like take a toothbrush and or something like that, and just kind of like dab it in that a little bit, and just kind of work that bitch all up in there. I mean, I have some 99%. So, I mean, hypothetically, it could be done. Dip the phone in it, toothbrush would work even better. What? Dip the phone in it? Oh my god. 99% is based. Well, yeah. I was shocked that I found it at my work. So I got one. I was like, hell yeah, I want this. Use it to clean my fucking glass and shit. Hell yeah. But yeah, like, I have a spare toothbrush that, I can use, so. They're just a small part inside. It can be hard to access, depends on them all. Let's say LG V30 Plus. And eventually, I have the other one over here. Upgrade-wise, the next one that it would be, well, okay, it doesn't even fucking say. Okay, it does, alright, here, let me turn on and see. Revival 4 Plus? Or REVVL 4 Plus? Okay. You dunk your head in the toilet on the conservatives. Why in the fuck would I do that? I didn't do it. Oh, I don't need to do this, by the way. You can just turn yourself off there. Yeah. Disclaimer, I'm joking. I mean, I dunked Dave Rubin's head in a toilet to own the conservatives. Same with Ted Cruz. Oh my god, I'd do it to Ted Cruz literally all day, and I would have such joy. I would take such bliss and joy out of that. Oh my god, you don't even know. Oh, like, it would actually be pleasurable to me to just dunk Ted Cruz's head in a fucking toilet and just... And not even just, like, like, not even just any toilet, but one that's just, like, hella used. Just, like, old, like, old, hasn't been cleaned in months, rancid, got, like, a little shit stuck to the side, all, just a whole nine, dude. Just have his head just soil and stew in it. Walmart toilet. Yeah, so Walmart toilet. Or like the most, like... Or like the worst reviewed bar in town. Whichever one that is, that one in its toilet. Because I guarantee you it's probably the most rancid and disgusting thing ever. LG requires a heat gun to open it, glass back. Well, yeah, it has a glass back. Which the back of it also has some minor damage, but not a lot. The front has a little bit more, but it's not really, like, impairing the usage of it at all. It's more so just on the edges. Been in some nasty truck stop bathrooms. Surprisingly, I mean, I've been in some pretty bad, like, rest stop bathrooms before, but, I mean, I've never really been in, like, a nasty one, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been in one that bad. I've been in some that have just smelt bad, like, one of the toilet seats, you know, are all a little fucked up. You know, it's like, well, not using that one, you know, and then just, like, go into the other one that's at least somewhat okay. You know, I've been into, like, those ones, but never one that's just, like, full-on, like, rank. You know, I've never been into the dash. I'm kind of glad, because I don't want to, but, you know, like, honestly, the last few times I've, been, like, in these, like, rest stops and in the bathrooms of them, they've actually been pretty nice. At least the last few times, like, because I remember, I think the last two times specifically were when, me and my dad drove back from, Wyoming, after we visited Yellowstone, because we cut through there, from Montana, and we went through a few road stops, along the way home from, there, which, you know, they're actually pretty nice. And then, yeah, there's been a couple other times. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least just around here, I guess we tend to kind of keep up with them a little more. But, I don't know. Ever been in a porta potty? Who hasn't? Like, I mean, are you a goddamn American, or are you not a goddamn American? Like, it's every American's obligation and duty to, you know, by the age of 10, be in a porta potty. Which is 100% possible because, like, porta potties are pretty much like in every... like in every damn, you know, soccer match that Aiden goes to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, they're everywhere. So, you know, yeah. I'd rather die than use a porta potty. Really? More like the age of 6? Man, you're even more patriotic than I am. Goddamn, brother. Damn, brother. You'd rather die than use... But why? Like, what's... It's either a porta potty or blasphemize a bush. And I'd rather just use the porta potty because then I know no one's going to be fucking looking. Or else I wouldn't care about blaspheming a bush. I mean, late at night, sometimes I'll just go around the corner and just fertilize one of my bushes out in the backyard or the front yard. Porta potty per unit soccer match. Yeah. Yep. I'm also reminded of the last time I've thought about porta potties, which is fucking Logan's brother. We're not going to go into details of that story. Laval, bro. Yeah, dude. You know. One time I used a porta potty and got pushed over me and I fell. Oh. So it was the incident that I'm also kind of like that somehow tipped his own porta potty incident. Yeah. So, okay, I guess just for, you know, just to kind of give the TLDR version, like, fucking, Logan's brother, he fucking straight up, in a drunken escapade, was trying to, like, use the bathroom, and somehow tipped it over on himself. Door side. So the door was facing the ground when it fell. Oh god, dude. So basically, not only was he sloshed in there once, but he had to kind of get extra sloshed to move it over to the side to open the door. Oh. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, fuck. Gotta take the squeaker, the battery, and the motherboard out. Wait, what? What a PETA. Well, I'm not technical enough to do this shit. Gross. How would you even test it? You can buy a view of a barcode and make your payments at your local 7-Eleven store. Wait, what? I drunkenly walked off a pier into a lake and had to be fished out. Yeah, take the back, the speaker, the battery, and the motherboard out. Oh my god. Wow. I'm pretty sure it was the scout camp bully who did it, but I never told anyone. I drunkenly walked off a pier in a lake and had to be fished out. Oof. Never heard this before. Base, that's something I aspire to do, walk in a lake, well, a river while drunk. Well, I mean, for him, it was more so, you know, to try to mask the, like, literal shit that you're covered in. So, I mean, and also a way to try to, like, get it off of you as well. So, I mean, it wasn't exactly a based thing in the moment, but in a vacuum, yes, it is based. Because I would love to do the same thing as well. What is this? What are you showing me?
For this joke, but I never even got to hear it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, come on, Dad, tell the joke. All right, you guys want to hear it? All right. So this chick goes on a date with this guy that she wants to fuck, but she's worried because she's got like a huge vagina from fucking so many other guys. So she gets a piece of liverwurst and shoves it up in her vagina so that when he fucks her, it'll feel tighter.
Peter, maybe this isn't family conversation.
No, wait, Lois, shut the fuck up. So she puts a liverwurst
Shut the fuck
in her
up.
vagina, goes home with a guy, fucks him, everything seems fine. She wakes up the next morning, and he's gone. And he's left her a note that says, "Thank you for a lovely evening. However, I don't think this is going to work out. P.S. Your vagina is in the sink." Now, I'm going to leave the room now as I have just shit myself again.
Wait, hold on. Is it bad or is it good that I don't get it? I'm trying to think, like... I guess there's a r/whoosh moment right here for me. Maybe I'm just, like, brain mushed. I'm calling imagine what Rip's got in store for the Willamette this year. I know I'm definitely going to take some time to fucking go swim out in it, that's for sure. That's for damn sure, I tell you what, brother. I love swimming in that river water. Well, as long as it's south of Portland, and yeah. Because then I don't get that weird Portland musk. Like, that's all up in, you know, fucking up the vibe. Definitely midnight dives after bike rides. Oh, hell yeah. I didn't get my fucking bikes all fixed up and shit and ready to roll. I know the Charper actually needs some, a little bit of, touch up and love. I actually need to look at the wheels because I actually think one of them might be totally flat. Which, if that's the case, I'm going to have to figure out what type of fucking tube do I need to get and find to replace them. We need to finally get it loud and lit. Yeah. Burnside Dock is base. Oh, Burnside Dock is awesome. Until the geese shitted up like they did that one year. Was that last year, actually? Microwave explosion. What's in it? Keep you updated. Sweet. A fork? Oh. Uh-oh. They're all fire. Whoa. Wait, what was that? Whoa. It's great. Is it creating plasma ball out of the metal vapor or something? Yeah, I think so. I guess that actually is technically plasma, not fire. Well. Where's the explosion? I want boom booms. Well, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I'm like, where is it? Boom! Like, not even a second later, just like, boom! Whoop, there it is, bitch. I kind of got, like, checked on with that one, damn. The microwave is totally not working again after this. Well, no shit, it ain't. That should be hell busted. Magic Carry kids, watching this being taught a lesson. Oh, yeah. I'm never buying that model. Totes unsafe. I mean, I actually remember doing this with, like, Chips Ahoy one time when I was a kid. And, I stupidly left the wrapping on it. And I put it in there for, like, a minute. And not even 2 seconds in, it started going bzzz, like lightning everywhere, and I went, oh crap, and I opened it up and just like ripped it right out of it and just like did this, like whoa whoa whoa. But then I just realized, okay, it's all right, and I opened it up and I tasted it, and it was like literally electrically charged cookies. Like they tasted like straight up electricity, not cookie. Like it lost the flavor of cookie and was replaced with electricity. Honestly, it was such, like, I mean, it's one of my more earlier memories. It's a very short one, but honestly, like, a very weird one, because I've never had, like, a flavor of a thing be removed and replaced out of sheer, like, electrical charge, if that even makes sense. It's just like, huh? I use my microwave to destroy LCD and DVD data disk backups. I guess that's a way to fry them so they're not usable. I put a piece of garlic bread in the microwave for 30 minutes and almost burnt the house down as a kid. Oh my god. Yeah, you'd put it in the oven, you know, maybe for like 30 minutes at like maybe 150 degrees to kind of give it a nice little, like, you know, heated little toast or something. Just leave them in there, run it for 3 seconds. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what I did with the cookies, with the Chips Ahoy. I put it in there for, intended it to be like 30 seconds to a minute or something like that. And then, like, within 2 seconds, it started fucking zapping everywhere and shit. I'm scared of the evidence, kid. You really had... You just a little band boy, I tell you what there. You need to just blow yourself by a bootstrap, boy. Nah, it's okay. We all have our fears as a kid. I was stupidly fearful of trying to, like, on a hot air balloon, like with the fucking flames and shit one time. When I was on one of those, I was thinking, hey, you know, it's like, you want to try it? And I was like, hey, I'll try it, you know. And I was just like, I don't know about it. I'll, you know, and I kind of like pansy out of it because it's like, oh my god, it's like, I was like, I wasn't ready for the power that I had, you know, when it came to that. Your arms burn the house down? I'm confused. Yeah, Venom just lost control of his arms. His arms gained pure sentience and attempted to burn a house down. He was possessed. He was possessed by the Goblin demons that day. I just realized, where's Zuko? What the fuck? Zuko. Zuko. Wait. Zuko. Get over. What are you doing? Get the fuck in here. What the fuck? What are you doing? Hey, get the fuck in here. Get the fuck in here. Fucking roaming around out there and just exploring the goddamn street. How in the fuck did you even like sneak out, you fucking mushmallow? Sort of get slapped around the face a few times, you little prick. I felt a breeze and I was like, wait a minute, no Zukov, why is there a breeze? What? Oh, you pissant little shitbag, get over here. Get the fuck over here! Ugh. You fucking jerk. Why are you all dirty? Ugh. You dirty ass little prick. You're gross. You're gross. You need a bath. Zukov's so cute. Yeah, but not when he, you know, could be a pancake on a fucking road. Even if it's like after midnight. It's like a jerk. You little jerk boy. Bah, 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 bah. Ah. Who knows where the who knows where this little muzzle's been? Look at you. What, are you sniffing out those Doritos? Are you sniffing out those Doritos? Little jerk. Go check yourself, boy. There's Bandit. He's somewhere outside, but he's actually, you know, someone that won't roam the street like a fucking goof. Don't even try this, like, can I have a treat shit. Don't. I don't even want to see it on that fucking face of yours. After that little escapade. Don't look at me. I said stop giving me that look. Like, come on, bro. You jerk. Oi, oi, oi. What an absurd boy. Like, I'm more curious how you even fucking opened the door. There's no way for him to open it. Okay. I'm starting to like legit question like the whole idea of like the meme alien thing, because low key now at this point it's just like, I mean, is he actually? Because what the fuck? I swear he's found a way to like get into places or in locations that or like figure shit out that he shouldn't be able to. I actually think you microwave a microwave with a microwave in it. Oh my lord. Zuko smarter than the average doggo. Well, is he even a dog? Is he even a doge? Are you a doge? Are you a doge? Are you a doge? Answer me this. Are you a doge or are you an alien? Are you an alien? Are you an alien? Those eyes are lighting up. Are you a doge? Or are you an alien? Are you an alien, boy? I think you've been ousted. You are an alien. I can see in your face. I saw in those eyes. I was like, are you an alien? He was like, shit, he knows. Now he knows that I know. You're gonna have to check yourself, boy. Make sure you don't, reveal your powers a little too strongly now. Because I'm on to you, boy. You extraterrestrial son of a bitch. Power right in the microwave. Because I got your microwave right here, boy. Can't see it, but you don't need to. Definitely. Don't need to. Zooks, what are you doing? Aww. He picked up a little ball just so he can have it next to him when he's sitting next to me. Aww. That's adorable. That is just adorable. You sweet little thing. Well, man, why do you have to be a cute little shitbag? I mean, you're a shitbag, but you're a cute one. You're just a cute little baby. Let's see if I can sneak that ball away from him. Just have to wait for him to look away. Damn it, hold on. Got a POV where he can see me from right here. Shit. It's got a spot where it's hard to get. Yeah, bye. Oh, look at you. You're starting to get to a point where your face is, starting to not be as big as your actual, like, skull. So you look like you have, like, this old man smushy face. Which actually, I guess, is a good thing. He's probably about to have a little growth spurt. Be a bigger, chunkier boy than he already is. Become more bigger, beefy boy. Damn it, he knows I'm up to something. Keeps looking every time I move. Oh, got it. Barely touched him with my glove, but it was too late. It was too late, boy. I got your ball. What you gonna do, huh? What you gonna do? I got your ball. Oh, fuck, dude. That spider's on the move. Oh, shit, bro. You could probably actually sit. Could you? No, you couldn't. Hold on. Let me try to do this. Does that help? That literally does not help whatsoever. Oh my god, that's a fat fuck. That's a big bastard. We could probably do it this way, though. Oh my god, you could still see it. You can see it there. Oh, sweet baby rays. Look at that. Sweet baby rays. Will this help? No? Okay, that actually made things way worse. Alright, look at that bastard. Oh my god, look at that bastard. It's moving. Look at that fat bastard. Oh, that's a male. You see those little balls hanging out in front of its face? Oh, it's moving in his little nest. It has a little nest. It's nesting. It's nesting up there. I tell you what, that big bastard, he just be nesting up there. I tell you what. Where's that big old bastard? Where'd you go? Oh, you're up there somewhere. You're chilling. You're hiding now. Tell you what, you little bastard. You big bastard, tell you what. Dude, that's the same microwave I have, probably bought at Costco.
Microwaving a microwave, and it did really well. So then I took it one step further, and I did microwaving a microwave, microwaving a toaster. And this video did extremely well. A bunch of big Twitters were tweeting it, big Instagram accounts were...
I'm just gonna skip to it.
Now, oh shoot, there's a fire
coming out of the back, dude. Video of the back.
Alright, we're back. So now we got a microwave.
Why are they right next to this?
Microwaving a toaster, toasting an iPhone, watching microwaving a microwave, microwaving a toaster.
Wow.
Or while being grilled. Yes. Is this what we thought it would be?
Yes.
Here, let me do it.
Put some explosives in it?
Yeah, this is what happens when you when you grill a microwave.
My lord. What are you doing? Oh shit. Oh damn, that big bastard move again. Oh shit, that big bastard move again. I didn't do shit on that one. This is what happens when you use explosives. Well, yeah. They just put, like, TNT in there. Oh, you want your ball. You want this little ball. You want the ball? You're gonna have to come get your ball. You're gonna have to come get your ball. You want your ball? You gotta go get your fucking ball, you degenerate. Go get your damn ball. It's right there. Are you serious? You're actually making the little like you're struggling? Bitch, please, you're not struggling. You're just being lazy. You lazy boned little son of a bitch. Oh my god, you're pathetic. Oh my god, I was hoping maybe he would just come up and be like, glump. Oh. Okay, sweet baby rays. Can you even see it? Where it is? Oh my god, look at it. It can't even be seen. And the ball just barely sticking out of his little mouth. It's on the edge. Well. Stop being cute and ridiculous. It's unacceptable and you need to stop. Especially when you use that as a way to justify your actions. Unjustifiable. Crimes were committed earlier that shall never be forgotten. Never spaghetti. Because palms are sweaty, my arms are heavy. Cooking up some mom's spaghetti. I think I found Senior Tomate's long lost cousin. What in the fuck? No, that's just Scott. That's just Chucky in his, you know, when he like cleaned up and became old, but still looks demented because you can still see the psycho killer eyes within him. Like, that's not Senior Tomate's long lost cousin. That's just a familiar. Like, honestly, that's just like the more cleaned up like psycho uncle that like Chucky knows, you know. That hits up every now and then, you know, murder tips. It's like, oh my god. Is there something I could throw at you? Is there like a... Oh, you know what? It's just gonna come up here immediately as soon as I do this anyway. So, yeah, I already know I hear him. I want to throw this at you instead. Well, you almost caught it. Almost got the damn thing. But no. Notice they got it. So what are you sniffing around for now? What are you sniffing around for? Sussy little boy. It's being very suspect right now. That's a 33-page document. Wait, what was? Oh, good lord. Deletes. Ooh. "33 pages of just like, ugh. Grossness. Man, what the fuck is that spider doing? What is that big son of a bitch doing? The fuck? I'm not exactly too keen on the situation that this little fucking bastard's doing up there. The fuck you doing, you crazy ass psycho motherfucking son of a bitch? Are you building a nest? Is that like what's going on? Like, what are you doing? I think it is. Yeah, it is. What the fuck, yo? Why are you doing that? That's like the worst spot for you. I mean, yeah, you'll get some bugs. Especially during the spring and summer. But bitch, there ain't no water. You can get, like, you can dry out. Be like a little bacon crisp. Like, what's wrong with you? Oh my lord. I swear to God, if that fucking thing like falls on me or some shit one of these days, I don't even know. Like I unironically just might just die, cause like I don't mind spiders, I actually like them, but I don't want, like, that fucker's danger close of like at risk of dropping or something. You know what I'm saying? If it like loses its grip or something like that. Like, it's within the vicinity of being within this area, and I do not like that. It's like, you're a spider, bro, and you better understand like how you work and how gravity works in your shit, because I don't want to deal with you. I like spiders, I'm chill with them, but that's a big bastard for one, and for two, again, the gravity thing. I mean, I guess I know for the most part they're actually harmless. At least those type of spiders. But still, I don't like that. Man, you're a fat bastard. That indeed is a fat bastard. Even Zukov's checking him out. It's like, whoa. I mean, honestly, I don't really blame him. Let's probably make sure it doesn't drop on him either. So I sort of got if that thing drops on me, am I I'm kind of, if this table's being flipped, I'm just like, nope. It like hell will be raised. Sukov's really hell bent Sukov would be like, arf, my spider, arf. I mean, he'd probably eat it. Not even kidding. I know, like, Bandit probably would. Ooh, my table, also arf. Yeah. I mean, he kind of already does treat it like it's his table a little bit. Well, it's like the spider actually kind of took a break. He's chilling now. Good. I guess I could actually get it water. I would just have to set this to where it's... Hold on. Like, on spray mode. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's it. I just have to, like, shoot this. Well, that did the exact opposite way of, like, it... Well, it did what I wanted to, but nowhere near the range. Here, mate. I'll give it a little water, actually. Did you get the aqua? Here. Well, you got it. It's all like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Now I'm taking care of it, damn it. Yeah, there's a little bit of aqua droplets I'm seeing. So yeah, I got some aqua there. Now it's all like, what the fuck? But I think once I realize it's just some aqua, I think it'll be like, ooh, water. Zuko, you're so pretty. You're just a pretty boy. I guess my principle and ethics about, you know, the respect to the spider bro is just all in all reigns further than my worries of it falling on me. Okay, now it's just frozen. It ain't moving. It's just like, it's on defense, like, yo, I need to, like, beware. There's activity. Shit happened. I've been disturbed. Zukov, you sweet baby race, what are you doing? What? If are you doing? That's right, babe. You just go on about your business there, I tell you what. Oh, look at you. Look at her, so cute. That'd be so cute. Like, the whole cuteness thing you got going on really legit needs to be addressed. It's fucking ridiculous. It's absurd. You can't just keep getting away with it. Like, no, you just can't. Stop it. Stop getting away with it. You're not allowed to. Boo. I'll shave all your damn fur off if it, oh my god, you just, okay, I can't do that. That handsome, fluffy, that mane, like, that little chest mane of yours is, like, voluptuous now. Like, your cuteness is too much and is incomprehensible, but damn, some respect, though. Let's just, like, I mean, just look at this shit. He's got, like, he's just kind of flexing his little mane like a little lion or something right now. Look at that shit. They're like straight poofs. Yeah, show that shit out, bruh. Yeah. Look at that voluptuous, like, just, well, it's just a good old, just floofs out. This is good to you, sweet buddy. You sweet little thing. My goodness. Yeah, I'm most certainly feeling the food overriding my brain. I'm starting to feel that coming up. The need for some delicious goodness is starting to override my need to just sit bullshit and just get high. And just get high, bro. If anything, it's because of my stunnery highness that is enabling my need for food. So, I'm just gonna hasten that process. Just looking so damn cute. Oh, nice. Now he's getting into a little nap. How sweet. Yo, also, I just got realizing, what the fuck is my brother doing? Or be gone for as long as he is. Because my dad's been watching his dog over at his place since, I think, Thursday or Friday. And it's just like, I figured he'd probably just be back by now, but it's like Wednesday, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, what do you have to, it's what, like, what, you watch him for Dubai laughing it up with the billionaires? Nah, he's not that rich. My guess, Vegas. He goes, it seems like he goes there pretty frequently. So. I mean, honestly, dead ass. Mexico laughing it up with people who can't afford to buy. I don't know. I mean, dead ass, because I legit would have figured he would have just been, like, home by now, chilling, just being like, alright, I'm back, blah, 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 blah. But, nope. It's not. Which I guess ain't really necessarily that big of a deal. No, this is me, a sleepy little loaf of bread. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, look at you. You look so cute. Oh, you heard something? Now you look like a slithery little snake. Your head just barely lifted off the ground, but I can't see your paws. Just makes him look like a gigantic, fluffy little slug snake or something. Why do you look like a little slug snake? A little furry one at that. Oh my god, you're so cute. You need to just gotta stop with the cuteness. I know this much. I'm definitely gonna be smacking down some food, probably having a food coma, and literally having like a fucking like cuddle fest with that little fluff ball over there. Because he's just so ridiculous. And also, he's been in kind of a cuddle mood today. Every time I, would show up, during my breaks and when I got off work, he was just all like, cuddle with me. Not as much into play mode, just cuddle mode. Aw, little buddy. I know at least sometimes, like, if I wake up, like, hella early and I'm still kind of sleepy, so I'm gonna go, like, still sleep for a little bit, and Zukov happens to be at least on the foot of my bed, he'll let me just, like, kind of drag him up, so I can just kind of, like, just kind of hug him and just kind of go back to sleep. Because he'll pretty much be doing the exact same thing he's doing over there right now, just kind of just stretched out. Logan's dose were crazy as usual today. Gave him a good workout. Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, with both of them, I mean, yeah, they're gonna cause some crazy shit. Zukov, sometimes it actually kind of sucks, but, he doesn't have as much, things, or, other dogs to preoccupy him with. Not as much, at least, because on my days off, I'll be out and about, and, if the neighbor's dogs happen to be out, I'll go over there and see what's up. Just because Zukov always wants to check out that other dog. Because they have that, their dog on, like, this 50-foot, like, little harness, like, rope setup, where they have, like, a fat post, like, tied onto one corner of their, like, L lot. So they have it on that corner, so basically the dog can, like, run from, pretty much, like, the entire yard and be fine. But at the same time, also, not, like, run off. I need to get that for Zukov, actually. That'd be perfect. Because then he could just run around in the front yard and just have, like, a 50-foot, 100-foot type of, like... Well, maybe not 100-foot, but, like, a 50-foot rope and just be harnessed up and... Yeah. Well, I probably would do something more like a metal chain or something like that, like a light metal chain where he won't gnaw through. That'd probably be preferable. Should do the same thing for the backyard too, just in case he has a plausibility of wanting to sneak around or out. Just depending on where, I'm feeling like I want him. Little buddy. I know this spring and summertime, there'll definitely be some upgrades, to do for you. Make it a little bit more free roamy for you. More so in the backyard, more so than the front. There's not really much I could do in the front yard to, like, make it so you can just kind of free roam it. For the backyard, though, there's a couple of things, but luckily pretty inexpensive. Also thinking about the more expensive thing with just trying to re-put, like, posts, in, and, but even then, that's not even going to be that expensive. It's just buying, like, a little, just small little amounts of concrete, to mix up and plop in a hole, stick a post in it, and call it good. So, I mean, all in all, yeah, I ain't think it'd be too much of a major expenditure. Ooh. Little sweet bye-bye. What's up, dog? What's up, little doggy boy? You just want cuddles and loves, I could just tell. I could just see it over there. You just a sweet little thing. Stop being so damn cute. It's ridiculous. I guess if your neighbors have 2 or more dogs, then appropriate agreement would be sub dogs. Sometimes. My next door neighbors have, I'm assuming family that will come by, and they have, some dogs themselves. I'm sure there was one time, and I will never spaghetti it. Never forgetty, mom spaghetti, you know? Like, where, their dog, when they were visiting, came over to our lawn. Hey. And kind of made a big old deuce. And they didn't bother to pick it up. And it's just like, really? I mean, I don't really care if they, you know, do a deuce, but like, at least try to pick it up. Hey, yo. Hey. What's up? I'm afraid you're going to replace the WRX one, those bad boys. What's this? There's a photo of it. Oh, here it is. I prefer the older look of Mustangs versus that. But that's just me. Oh. What's up, baby? You know, it could be Bandit, actually, now I think about it. Let's see. Sukov, leave Bandit alone. Alright, well, I was gonna hold Bandit and show off Bandit, but he ran off. Zukov chased him away. Again, look off of your fucking crimes. Visured, but yeah. Maki looks ass. I mean, I kind of like the, just literally the front face end. That looks kind of cool, but everything else about it looks like, ugh, kind of just ass. Chevy Thunder is always an option. Yeah, Jack, no malarkey. You don't want one of those, you know, Chevy Thunders, you know, fat, you know, listen here thing. You know the Jack. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. The marquee is what you want. Need time to get the marquee. Because when you get the marquee, Jack, let me just tell you, you win every time. Did I just like hit like every Biden mannerism? I think I hit every Biden mannerism. I think the only thing I was missing was a corn pop reference. I live near the Mercedes dealership in Wilsonville. Don't even fucking mention that. I see exotics cruising around the country roads by me, Lambos, Ford GTs, etc. Well, especially around the country, you'll see that. We're like the Mercedes / exotic dealership or something. Apparently. Mercedes-Benz from Wilsonville. You're the one who mentioned that, and now it's in my head. It wasn't the dealership we all know and hate. I mean, it still popped in my head. It still popped in my head. I never saw shit. Like, I mean, it depends on the area. But some country areas tend to be kind of bougie as fuck. At least, you know, because there's a lot of rich fucks that tend to own the land around there. So they, you know, will sponge some of their retirement money or just some of their stock money into shit like Lambos and stuff. Because there's no bowl. There's no fucking bowl in Wilsonville. Oh man, what if it is? You know, maybe it could be. Unless there, I mean, there could be multiple Mercedes-Benz dealerships, but, or Mercedes dealership. Well, I guess Mercedes-Benz and Mercedes are different, aren't they? Or are they the same? I think they're the same, right? Yeah, I think they're the same now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's right, 55 in Elixon, and they go east from there and off the stuff. Yeah, around stuff over there. Around the bowl out of town, along with the libs. Checkmate, Aiden. Soccer practice is in Tiger now, you goddamn little pinko communist. You little commie. That's what you get, you little damn socialist liberal. There's pretty ass. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually been down to Wilsonville. I mean, I think I might have went through it, but I don't think I've actually been there. So ass, bro, OMG. Oh my god. Well, you know what? I'm kind of glad now. So yeah, I please, for the love of everything, I hope that I don't have to be down there. South Walton. Well, I know where Wilsonville is. It's been a couple years going to this little bar inside Chinese restaurant. Unironically, there's a place just like that near me. It's a Chinese restaurant, but it's also a bar. And the bar food is just pretty much the Chinese restaurant. So, like, honestly, the food is actually not bad. But it's just not what you would expect, you know, because it has like a full-on like restaurant section and then just this full-on bar section. Go in, there's another door. Yep. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of different restaurants that will do that type of shit. Where they're not like, you know, a major chain, but that like do their own thing, where they'll have like a full-on separate bar area, and then they'll have like just a restaurant area. A town full of derper. Are you sure you're not talking about my neck of the woods here? Because, like, low-key though. Like a little bar with a pool table and a bar with some more slots. This is the same spot I'm thinking about that's like around the corner from me. This sounds like the bar on John Street, Lamount. Dude, is it? I'm not even kidding, bro. Cause I shit you fucking not. You're like saying the like pretty much. It sounds exactly the same. I mean, I don't want to like. I guess we kind of gave the location a little bit, but still, it's just like the place that Harley's on bad terms with. Yeah, I only went there once, and I've had fond memories, but so maybe it's owned by the same people. It could be. Maybe it's like a little small local chain that happens to be around here. I always thought that was just like a one-off little spot. So maybe it's like a little chain that's like local, you know, around these parts. Dude, what the fuck? Because straight up, you just described like what the fuck like this little spot is. I've only been. I remember the pool tables at. Yeah, their pool table was bad. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with that. Like, I played on it like a couple times. I'm just like, it literally was like on a lean. It was like lean on like one side. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, at the very least, you know, even if it's like crude, you know, try to fix that at least a little bit so it's at least somewhat even, you know. But basically it made it so essentially all you had to do was just place your shots a certain way and they'll just kind of slowly slide into one, you know, it's just like, you know, just one area of the table. Because it's just on that lane. So all you have to do is just fucking, you know, like, if I'm making a shot, I could just, whoop, let it slide into a hole. Honestly, it was legit unfair as fuck if you knew that. But, you know, some people, you know, I've noticed are like, why is this just leaning on or whatever? It's just like, because it's literally on a lane. It's weird. It's all weird. The only bar I remember down that way is Springbar Station. I don't think I've heard of that spot. Unless it's just a spot that used to be around. Ever Springbar Station. Probably doesn't exist anymore. Because I literally never heard of it. Might have been around when I was like growing up, but it's a dive bar. Tweaker Central. So an area that I usually am not around. So that's probably why I've never even remotely heard of it. So, yay. Probably want to continue to avoid it. Ironic that I went there when I was Weekend Bowl. Well, if it's still known as Tweaker Central, I guess it all still pans out. Or not ironic, apropos. I mean, I guess it is a little ironic. Because if it's still like Tweaker Central as fuck, and it's just like, huh, funny. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, so it's surprised since by be intersecting any second. I mean, it's a long ass stretch of road. So, back in the day, people call it Mount Scott Meth Mountain because of all the cooks up there. Yep, you just want to make your way up to Meth Mountain there a little ways, and you'll find what you're looking for. You see that trail yonder? Don't take the fork on the left. You take it on the right, and then just go up a little ways, and you'll find yourself at the peak of, Meth Mountain there. If you go on the other side, you're just gonna loop around the entire mountain. You ain't gonna go fucking nowhere. You're just gonna be lost. you might run into, some of the, some of the more, some of the more strange folk that we just, are a little too dangerous. They tend to, be over there. You don't want to go down that road. I tell you, don't want to be nothing near that road now. It's Mount Scout the Bush neighborhood now. Yeah, it's probably been gentrified up now at this point. I mean, Mornax does got years on us, so... yeah, so it's just like a lot of the, stuff he's talking about, also, probably, when we were in fucking diapers. Guess Rockview would still be the closest we have to Meth Mountain. Yeah, Meth Mountain moved. We just kind of moved it. We literally just took the mountain, picked it up, and just moved to somewhere else. Everyone else kind of calls it something different because they want to try to forget about, but nope, still the same thing. Region. I bet I could guess it. Isn't it like 94? I know it's like in the 90s if I remember correctly. I mean, actually I could be wrong, but I'm assuming 90s. And I'm assuming 94 if I had to be more specific about it. '98, damn, I was 4 years off. Drat. I was just a little off, son of a bitch. Peak 90s Portland. And I was born in it. I was born in peak 90s Portland. At least 97, so I guess just before its peak. I was born and raised in its peak, you son of bitches. Could have been, living in a dreaded couve. Yeah, I was 1 year old, well, living here. Probably being a 1-year-old little shitbag. The budget couve, Richfield. Ooh. That is a budget couve. Ooh. I'm trying to think, is there anything actually legit worse than the couve that's by the couve that's outside of Richfield? Places I lived were never great until Milwaukee. Yeah, because even, like, when I was growing up and shit, it was still pretty good. And then, at this point, it's actually been, in a lot of ways, been kind of improving, but now, like, I mean, mostly just due to a lot of national/statewide affairs. I mean, there's definitely been a lot more struggle going on, but I mean, a lot of the actual positives and good shit, though, is definitely in thanks to our mayor and and his governance and shit. which he's actually, you know, legit pretty based. Pretty pro-union, pro-labor, too, to boot. Background's the worst, Proud Boy Central. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind, like, visiting and checking it out, you know, someday, but, you know, just kind of check it out, but, yeah, I wouldn't be staying long. Technical Milwaukee is at its peak or near the peak. Fancy waterfront, Orange Line. Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, it's been kind of slowly growing, you know, since I've been here. I think in some ways, you know, definitely for good, and there has been, I think, in some cases for not, and actually, in, you know, for worse, because I know there's, one time there was, to become, like, different little, like, condominiums, I think it was called the Amy's House, where it was like a homeless shelter, essentially. So, you know, some of the homeless around here can actually have a, you know, like a place, you know, to kind of stay and get some food, you know, and have some resources available for them. And then it got, you know, and then they got shut down, and they basically became a bunch of little, like, townhouse condominiums. And it's just like, that type of shit is not really an improvement. I mean, you know, so there's definitely been times over the years and shit. New seasons, so I should be the peak. Wasn't there any new seasons before then? It used to be an Albertsons, and then it wasn't it a new seasons, and then it became nothing for the longest time, and now it's a new seasons again. Is that it? Did I get the time right? The timeline correct? Hagen's. Oh, Hagen's. Okay. Albertsons, Hagen's, and now it's a new seasons. Hagen's without business. Oh, okay, gotcha. I remember going there, and honestly, a couple times, and, from what I remember, like, they didn't really have, like, a lot. Like, you know, they had, like, you know, their selections of the different stuff, like, in our store, but there wasn't really just that much. Like, I mean, like, I looked at, you know, some of their different, like, drink, you know, like, their sections for, like, drinks and things like that, whether it's, like, tea, soft drinks, or whatever, and they basically didn't really have shit. I was just like, there's, like, nothing in here, like, almost, when it comes to, like, you know, consumption for liquids, you know, so I was just like, I mean, it kind of makes sense, like, at least, you know, for the store, you know, that was there, because it was just like, I mean, there wasn't really much. So, you know, people probably weren't really going there that often because there wasn't much for them to really get. You know, overall, basically a very limited, you know, shit that was available. It just became new season, right? I don't know. I'll have to shop at mostly Fairmont now, maybe Safeway. Nature's wasn't that bought out by People's Food Co-op, which was bought out by something else. Again, I don't know. Have you tried Paul Newman's lemonade tea combo? It's so good, but kind of sweet. Well, if it's sweet, then I'll probably try it. I'm not a big fan of, like, lemonade tea combos, but if it's at least still got, like, some of that, like, tea sweetness and stuff, you know, and just, like a kind of general sweetness, and it's like, alright, I can vibe with it. It's like, I don't hate it, but it's, you know, it's not really my favorite combo. I'd just rather have, like, the lemonade on its own and then tea on its own, but, you know, it's like, the combo, it's alright. I don't, like, utterly look down on it. It's one of those paper milk carton type containers with a little plastic screw top. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, because I get, sometimes, I mean, I have an empty container of it at least, but I have some, Newman's own. I'm assuming these are part of Paul Newman's. Yeah, Newman's Own Foundation continues, Paul Newman's, yeah, so, yeah. So, alright, I'm already buying some Newman's, mostly for him. Stukov has been by that fucking door, like, staring at me at it. What a fucking dork. Just absurd. That's called Basics Market. Oh, with Nature's. You know, actually, now I just think about it, with new seasons going into that little marketplace area, I noticed that, like, there's been, you know, over since COVID especially, like, there's been some other businesses that have been kind of going out of business or been trying to come up, but, you know, fail, basically. That kind of happen, you know, that go on over there. And I think, honestly, bringing, you know, that will actually revive, you know, all those other little smaller businesses as well. Because pretty much, honestly, the only main reason people would go there is for, like, the Dollar Tree that's there, or the liquor store. That's really the only main reasons why people go there now. Or the two fast food joints out of there. Or Sherry's and McGrath's. But those are kind of on the other side of the actual, like, lot itself, so I don't really necessarily count that. Because there's technically a road that splits the actual, like, lot and marketplace itself with the other stuff. I don't think it's actually even really a named road, but, I mean, technically it is a road. Fuck if to Jefferson Bezos, Whole Foods, expensive ass also. Ass. Expensive ass. I don't think I've been to a Whole Foods, so all I know is that fuck it. So, new seasons though, I'm chill with that. The asses are expensive to maintain. They actually are. Hey, I mean, you know, it's expensive keeping up, you know, keeping up the looks back there, you know what I'm saying? You know, asses, you know, they require work. Like, you don't want to all, like, pimply and all that and shit. Definitely blasphemized. I totally had at Whole Foods before. Okay, I go to Whole Foods to do that. And also, I would just kind of... I'd try to sneak into the employees' break room and shit. Honestly, considering that I can just kind of go... look, you know, dressed up how I go to work. You know, but just go there. Just kind of wearing what I'm wearing and just kind of like... yeah, you know, it's my new day, start my shift, blah, blah, blah. Just go in there, toilet, and just obliterate it. And then just walk out. So yeah, start my shift, you know, and I had to go to the bathroom really quick first before, you know, send Harley to Whole Foods, slim out, see what he can pocket. Yeah, dude. Honestly, like, when it comes to his, you know, like, you know, like, pickpocketing type of shit, or, like, little petty, like, thieving and shit, he needs to use it for good. Like, do, you know, like, go to Whole Foods and, like, go to Walmart and, you know, sneak some shit. Don't fucking, like, you know, go to, like, some like, you know, some random little, like, small business or some shit. I don't think he does that, you know, type of shit anymore, really. Though he will occasionally. And sometimes he'll do it when it's just, like, not even really, like, legit, like, kind of a justifiable thing. He just kind of wanted to do it. And it's like, bruh, do that to, like, a Walmart or something, bruh. Or, like, even a Home Depot for all I give a shit. Like, I mean, come on now. Use it for good. Be a Robin Hood about it. Be an anarchistic Robin Hood about it, bro. Like I would. Home Depot. I mean, honestly, I would, you know, fucking go to Home Depot to get some supplies and shit. But hey, I mean, if it's like, I just need, like, you know, maybe, like, 5 nails or some shit. Like, dead ass, like, I mean, like, I don't really see the harm in pocketing 5 nails. Like, hey, I need a couple things, but literally I just need, like, 5 nails. I don't need, like, a huge-ass box. Like, uh-oh. They could just, you know, discount that box, you know, for 25% off or some shit and sell it that way. I mean, it's like, you know, when it comes to, like, people who steal from stores and shit, I have a pretty, like, I actually have a pretty, like, gray, neutral position about it. It just kind of depends. Like, for example, like, I remember talking about this with my coworker not my coworker, but my roommate who works at Sportsman's, and it's just like, you know, there's people that will pickpocket some shit there, but there's kind of a caveat, though. Like, they have a whole gun section with ammo and shit, and people pickpocket that stuff, but that's not just, like, jacking, like, you know, like, a couple little, like, you know, like, you know, just random little parts, or little, like, you know, fishing lures, or whatever the hell, you know, just, like, you know, or, like, you know, even, like, a little knife kit or something like that, you know, for, like, cooking or some shit. You know, like some, whatever, you know, just smaller shit like that. Like, that doesn't really matter as much, but for ammo, that's like a fucking felony, like, full-on, like, charge type of shit, where you get fucked if you get caught doing that. It's not just as simple as, like, you know, oh, you jacked, like a little knife set, or you jacked, like, a watch or something like that, you know, like one, like a little, like, outdoorsy watch or something, you know, or so, whatever the fuck. You know, there's kind of a difference, you know, and, you know, it's like, when it comes to, like, food and shit, like, honestly, that's, like, at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to that type of shit, you know, with stealing. Like, if someone's jacking, like, you know, like, $100 worth of food, you know, of groceries, you know, yeah, I mean, it definitely shouldn't necessarily be, like, an encouraged thing, but if you got to, and you need food, and you're desperate, and you got, like, you know, your mouths to feed, I ain't gonna fucking, like, besmirch that. I get it. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, you know, it's like, whatever. When it, you know, it's like, to me, there's, like, kind of a hierarchy about it. I got either good news or bad news. The Walmart book pulled a gender change. The Walmart book pulled the Walmart book became trans. It somehow has Windows 11 now. I mean, I guess that's not that big of a deal. I suppose, depending on, like, whether it's actually, like, Windows 11's actually, like, good or not, but I don't fucking know. I know Windows 10 is, like, meh, like, it's okay, because my old-ass laptop runs, at least, as far as I'm aware, like, at least an earlier version of Windows 10, because it hasn't been updated in a long fucking time. But, at least for, yeah, so it's like, at least I know how, like, Windows 10 works a little bit, but Windows 11, though, like, I don't fucking know. That's what Hassan said, doesn't matter. It's still just as annoying as Windows 10, but not any more annoying. So pretty much kind of the same. It's pretty much like a give or take. It's like, yeah, some areas are better, some areas are still pretty fucking annoying, you know, yeah, man. It's like, yeah, okay, you know, some negligible when it comes to that. Alright, well, good or bad, that's pretty much neutral news. I mean, as long as it still runs and functions. I suppose, I mean, if you want to, like, I guess pre-download, like, Steam on there, because then I could just, like, you know, do the whole, like, login process on that. Because I know you said 80, but I'll just give you a $100 bill. Just for, like, you know, doing all the other extra shit and then, you know, transporting it, too. So. Windows 11 has new requirements for secure hardware and other annoying things, but yeah, oh god. Performance, quote, might be better, so that could be a plus. I guess software-wise, you know, could be like a way to enhance it, so it, you know, uses the software to, you know, better run in a sense that it manages the CPU and all that shit, and like all the usage of it better. While still, like, you know, running everything. So, I'm not a geek. I'm not a geek in this way. I'm a geek in other shit, but not in this. I'm a nerdy son of a bitch of plenty of things, but this is definitely not one of them. Like, I kind of know some software stuff a little bit, but, like anything beyond that, like, nope. Maybe the Walmart book won't overheat as often. And honestly, that really shouldn't be too much of a problem. Apparently, Windows considers the Walmart book to be secure. I didn't pull any Bs. It was all automatic. Huh. Well, I guess that's good at least. Because honestly, as long as it can run, like, a couple games and just do the whole streaming and / like video recording stuff, you know, that's all good. And, you know, the games that I'm thinking are like Stellaris or Hearts of Iron. I mean, War Thunder maybe, like, because that game can run on low settings and still, you know, be fine. So let's see if Steam works. Well, I mean, all you have to do is just download and see if it works. Yeah. Because I'll at least, you know, get the whole, like, kind of game aspect of it, you know, better. I mean, I don't want to, like, be a pill, I guess, but I guess if you want to see if OBS Streamlabs wants to do it, too. I mean, but, again, I don't want to, like, you know, be a pill, like I'm saying. I'm just like, I guess while you're at it, you know, but it's whatever. I mean, I can deal with all that myself. I'd probably initially at least will have to still make, you know, library trips to just kind of leech their Wi-Fi. Or just go to my work and do that. What the fuck am I thinking? I'll just take my work's Wi-Fi, just hang out in the break room and just set my shit up. Nobody ain't gonna give a fuck. I mean, if anything, they'll probably think I'm doing some work shit. Which I guess technically I would be for some of it. Actually, yeah. I just had a little bit of an epiphany. Because then I can actually potentially sit down with, like... Okay, I almost wanted to blur it. For a second there, I almost blurred the name. But I could sit down with one of the PSCs and that could probably help me settle some of the whole, like, pay shit, too. Because then I could just kind of log into my little employee account thing, you know, whatever the hell, and figure it out from there. Because that would definitely be useful. Be like, hey, since I have it right in front of me. Honestly, if the store manager happened to walk in while I'm doing that, I'd be like, hey, you, I happen to have this in front of me. You want to sit down for a second and sort this out? Because, you don't have an excuse to be like, I need to check the numbers because it's right here, bitch. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna. It's like the first thing I'm gonna do is just like get everything set up, but while I'm doing that, also get some work shit dealt with too while I'm at it. You know, like while I'm waiting for things to download, probably, you know, and like deal with the other work shit and get that all sorted, because that'd be nice. Get TurboTax stuff too, some other shit. Some upgrades, some good stuff, some exciting things. I love it. Which also means, you know, it should be a little easier for me to do some other stuff that I've been, you know, pontificating, thinking about. Same here, bro. And like, it's like the deadline's coming up, and I really need to fucking do it because I also have some like some other years that I haven't gotten done yet, and I know that there will also potentially be refunds with those ones too. So it's like, if you know they get all done, it's like there will be a lot of fucking like. I mean, so I just, oh my god, I just hate dealing with this shit because it's just like, I mean, because at least for the previous years, it's like, what do I even fucking like what do I even do that shit? I'll deal with that when I deal with it. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I don't even want to like, I'm not gonna remember it. That's so. I don't need it. I don't need to comment in the chat about it. Where it's like, all you have to do is just blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, brain's too mush. It's too mushed for it. I don't think you can get refunds for past years. At least it isn't easy for past years. You would have to do it on paper, TurboTax, and insurance support. Okay. Yeah, because at least for the, well, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to figure it out again. I know at least for this year I probably will likely have some, because of the stimulus check shit, because I didn't get those. I you know, remembering, I think I got the first one, but that was it. I like blowing my refund on alcoholies. I mean, I guess so. Honestly, for me, it's just like, I don't really like have, like, whenever I think about it, it's usually in a time frame where I don't really have time. Like, when I'm at work or something like that, and I have like days up, you know, and shit in between. And then on my days off, I usually am not thinking about it, or I'm doing other shit, and just you know, it's like, ends up not really being on the list of shit to deal with. So it's just like, I don't think the IRS is still issuing them. Well, I know they're not, but when it comes to like, I mean, when it comes to like the tax and back pay shit, I don't see. This is why I hate this shit, because it's so fucking confusing, annoying, stupid. Because I'm still should have, you know, been given those stipends, but it's kind of got jerked off in the wind. Like, honestly, legitimately, like millions of other fucking Americans too. I wasn't the only one. You enjoying your little stick? Easy. Oh, damn. The Netherlands is literally opening up a 15th century castle to refugees in Ukraine. Or, I guess, from Ukraine. That can host up to 8 families. That's pretty cool. It'd be kind of cool to be one of those families. I mean, yeah, it would suck because you're a refugee, but you're in a fucking fancy-ass 15th century castle, though. I mean, it's just like, hey, good riddance. I mean, if you didn't have that link, I would just be like, huh? Right here, well, January 6th insurrectionists granted asylum in Belarus. Wow. 48-year-old Evan Newman of California. He fled to Belarus last year. So he was there well before this shit started. Or I guess escalated to a war. But, to escape the FBI. He has been granted asylum in the Eastern Europe country according to... So basically, he's just been hiding out in Belarus for like a whole, you know, for the past year to hide from the FBI because he's a fucking unironic insurrectionist. And I think at this point can literally be legally tried and convicted as a traitor. And I'm not, you know, like, and I, you know, it's just like, when it comes to the whole, like, death penalty thing, there actually is, like, a, like, I know there's people that make the whole cruel and unusual punishment argument, which is actually true. But there's actually even a little specific aspect to the Constitution that actually clarifies at least one specific aspect of the usage of it. And when it comes to people who are considered traitors of the state, one of the punishments possible is death when being considered a traitor of the state. So insurrectionists fled the country, you know, to escape, you know, charges and for the crimes and shit. Yeah, I mean, pretty much like a traitor of the state, you know, all in all. So, but yeah, I always like to kind of point out that thing, because I actually learned it, funny enough, in political class, in this local state politics class, because it was like a little mock debate on capital punishment, and I remember the professor saying, it's like, you know, just as kind of a little fun side fact, you know, it's like, I'm kind of, it's like, I'm kind of curious if anyone knows about this, but, you know, it's like, but there also is in the Constitution that, you know, they have, you know, this siphon when it comes to people who are traitors of the state, you know, where they can be punished by death, at least as a potential option, where it's actually like, and, you know, kind of like actually underlined and shit, you know, like basically, well, not literally underlined, but where it's actually like, you know, a part of it. So, you know, while it could be considered unconstitutional and, you know, and like in many other factors, at least in one very specific, you know, type of punishable conviction, it most certainly is constitutional. Which I think is also why a lot of these January 6th insurrectionists are so like, because depending on what they might have done, you know, and how egregious, you know, some of the shit they might have done, that could be a legit fucking option. Like, and honestly, this guy probably would be shitting his pants if he got extradited, and, you know, which I highly doubt it, obviously, considering, you know, Belarus and what they're doing for him. But if he were to somehow get caught and put back into the U.S., yeah, he would most certainly probably, like, you know, being like, do we consider him just, you know, being lopped? So, honestly, at this rate, for that sad little sop, fuck him. You definitely don't want him. Well, that's why there's the whole caveat of when it comes to traitors of the state, you know, they can be punished and convicted from by death. So, you know, we'd have him back just to make a statement that we don't want him. So, yeah. But, you know, it's like, you two can't get it at me on this one, because it literally is, you know, in the Constitution. Like, it's a part of, you know, the U.S. law there. I mean, what do you want? What do you want, YouTube? What do you want, Wishiki? So, like, authoritarian communism in Belarus. Oh, I'm sure he loves it. I mean, it's not even, like, communism over there. It's just, like, authoritarianistic, like, autocratic, like, suppressive military yunkta, like, surveillance state. I don't even know what the fuck, you know, they got going on. What do you mean I can't own guns? My freedoms. Yeah, honestly, he probably doesn't have an ability to, you know, have any whatsoever there. Unless, you know, he was, you know, given sympathetic eyes towards the government and he was allowed to. With, like, some other paramilitary group or some shit that might be, you know, held up in Belarus that's sanctioned by them. I am definitely really feeling some food now. That's for damn sure. Now this bull's staring at me for a minute too. And Zukov looks like he needs some cuddles. Oh, that spider moved. Spider's actually looking like he's drinking a little bit of that water. Oh, you sweet little baby. Feeling a late night trip to Walmart. Ew. A Walmart? Jesus Christ, dude, shut the fuck up. One, no one gives it. Like, bro. One, and oh my god, this is great. I'm downloading this, like, right now. This is mine now. This is my meme. I have now appropriated the meme. Oh my god, this is great. This is a quality meme. Like, oh my god. This is beautiful. Well, I just kind of have, wow. That's just a, wow. Quality meme. Quality meme. Like, I've seen a lot of memes, like Twitter GIFs and shit like that, where it's like, you know, it's the equivalent of this, but this one is like the platinum. Jesus Christ, dude, shut the fuck up. Copyright 1985, like, bro. No one gives a shit. Okay? I love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think Windows 11 is actually faster than Windows 10. Oh, so that is actually an improvement. Well, Windows 11 actually kind of coming in with the little baby hookup there. Because that means just, you know, at least a little bit of a better performance when it comes to, you know, what I will kind of need. So, yay! And plus, at least with, you know, not as graphically strenuous games, you know, shit, you know, shouldn't be too, you know, shouldn't be too big of a deal. I mean, if you said it could play Left 4 Dead 2, then honestly, like, even some of the games I'm thinking about, it could probably play those even at, like, decent graphics, like mid graphics and shit. Like, I bet War Thunder could probably play alright, you know, at like 30 FPS, you know, like on it, like on mid graphics and shit. If not, definitely low graphics. Did it be at a minimum? Yeah. So it has decent specs. The issue has been overheating. It overheats when I stream basketball games for multiple hours. Well, that's the thing. It's multiple hours. I mean, you know, I guess that, you know, I mean, if you let it just, you know, run constantly and shit, you know, for hours like that, yeah, that could be a thing of issue. I mean, honestly, like, in a way, that's probably not really a bad thing when it comes to, like, limiting yourself, you know, especially for me, at least, if I'm playing a game. Because, like, hey, we're overheating a little bit. It's like, alright, just turn you off for a little bit, let you cool down, and do something else. So, I mean, in a way, that's not really necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I guess it is. I mean, but yeah, I guess it's like a negligible one. I guess if it like actually does have like an overheat issue, if it like plays a game or streams or something like that, then that actually probably could be a problem. But if it's like, you know, it takes like multiple hours, you know, for it to like really build up, you know, to an overheat issue, then it's whatever. Like, let's say, you know, I was streaming on it, like, you know, on that laptop, like right now, for as long as I have, you know, on this stream. And it like just started giving me an overheat issue. Like, if anything, I literally wouldn't give a fuck. Time for some liquid cooling reservoir radiator. Pimp that shit out. I mean, it's a laptop. I don't know how much you could really pimp it out. I mean, I guess I could try. But I am feeling that stomach growl. Yeah, no, you can't, lol. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could. Looks like Streamlabs works. Oh, sweet. But what the fuck is the green logo, Tinder? No. That's the logo for Streamlabs. Tumblr? No, it's not. That's just what the logo of it looks like. It actually kind of like looks like a little, kind of like a little, like 8-bit little character dude. With like a little round. The Streamlabs logo is different. Oh, did they change it? Because at least the little app logo is different, or the same, but this is stream platform that they support with a green logo. Huh. I don't know. Trovo? Lemon-focused Trovo? Oh, I honestly don't know. Never even heard of it. But yeah, I'm gonna get me some food. Crash out. Snuggle that little fluff boy over there. And support TikTok Lamau. Oh my god, wow. Well, if I ever banned on here, then I can go on TikTok. But anyway, peace out, and of course, I'll be back around for the next one.